Maybe.
Hello and welcome to the School of Nerdcraft and Dungeonry. I'm your Professor of Leisure Studies, Doofus Domain Cleric, and this is Magic Academy. I'll be your GM for the evening as we explore the magical world of Kids on Brooms. We are joined today by SG Wonder.
Hi.
Everyone's like, wait.
Most people call me Mist, but SG Wonder
I'm
is
trying to
my
remember.
handle.
I should have asked beforehand how everybody wanted to be addressed, but you know what? I'm new at this. I'm terrified.
Daddy. Good.
We have Evelyn sometimes.
Hello.
We have Sweet and Lore.
Oh, hey, that's me.
We have Randall.
Hello.
And I just drew a blank. Heather.
Really?
Now you know. I do it sometimes too, so now you know.
Hey, everyone. It's okay. I just blend into the background. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Alrighty.
You did
Yes.
it.
I am professional. I know what I'm doing. You can help us. You can help us and be part of Magic Academy by making sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. This episode is powered by Sirenscape because epic games need epic sounds. And with that, let's get into tonight's episode of Tales of Technomancy. Luckily, Randall has recorded a nice little rule preamble to get everybody acquainted with the rules, since this is a new system using Kids on Brooms that is a bit different from D&D. Uses every dice across the array. And all right, I think we can get that started.
Welcome to the How to Play for Kids on Brooms. We're going to go over the stats and the basic how to play so that you have a quick primer before we get started with today's session. So there are a total of 6 stats. Those include brains. This is how smart your character is, book smart, and will determine how they will understand problems or what are they doing wrong in school. You have brawn. This stat determines how much brute strength that the character has. It doesn't determine how well they can fight, just how well they can lift things and how much physical damage they can take. You have fight. This determines how good of a combatant a character is with whatever weapons they're using in fighting. You have flight. This determines how fast a character is, well, as skilled as they are evading problems, both literally and figuratively. Creators have a high flight stat will be fast enough to tough out a trap both physically and verbally. Charm. This stat provides how socially adept a character is and how good they are at reading emotions in other people's or groups of people's. Grit is the last stat, and grit determines how hard it is to break a character emotionally or physical. Characters with a high grit are able to keep their head level at the worst situations. These 6 stats go into different die rolls. You roll with the d4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20. You assign each one of these dice to one of these stats, creating your character and how they are perceived and how well they are each individual stat. These are each selected, and you can see these on our rotating panel, who has the die for which stat. These dies are important because that's how we're going to do stat checks. Just like in Dungeons & Dragons, you have agility checks or athletics checks, and you have to meet a DC. In Kids on Brooms, you also have to meet a DC with the dice. For the sake of this example, let's pretend that we have a d6. We roll this d6 to determine our flight ability. If we roll it and we get a 6, we get what's called a lucky break, which means we can keep rolling and adding. If we got another 6, we would add another lucky break, and then say we got a 2. We would have a 6, 6, and a 2 for a total of 14. If the target number that we were trying to hit was lower than a 14, then we would meet that target ability. The system does include a well thought out difficulty system. 20 is typically the highest number that you'll see because getting a 20 on a die is pretty hard to do, let alone when you have dice with d4. It would take multiple lucky breaks. We have skill checks from 1 to 20. And you can go above 20, but these are things that are very rare because you would have to crit on a D20 to get above a 20, so that would be very hard to do. Lastly, failing isn't the worst thing to happen. In Kids on Brooms, there's a unique system called an adversity token. If you fail your roll, you can take an adversity token. You still fail, but you can use this token in later ones to help you. Say that you're going across a a challenge with a d6 with a rating of 4. You roll a 3. You can spend an adversity token to add +1 to your roll. Other players can also spend their adversity tokens to help you by giving you +1, but they have to explain to the GM how they're helping you out. These stat rolls are created whenever you make a planned or snapped decision. These planned actions are ones that are lower pressure or common, like figuring out how to work with your friends or going through a difficult problem in study hall. A snap decision is something that happens when you have a quick choice or under bad circumstances. Once you roll your die and say, for our example, the target number is 4, if you roll your die and you meet the 4, then your character succeeds, but just barely. There are modifiers going 10 or higher or -15 or lower. You actually get an outcome based on how close or far you are from the target number that you're going for. So if you have a target number of 4 and you have a d20 and you roll a 20, now you're 16 above, and so your character would be able to succeed with this smoothly and easily, kind of showing off. And the narrator can help, the game master can help write that into the story. There are times when our characters have fears, and those fears can cause us to make choices that are harder. Whenever you are faced with one of your fears, you have to make snap decisions. You cannot spend adversity tokens. And depending on the severity of the fear that you are presently seeing, you may have up to all checks at a -3 penalty. Now, a -1 penalty is probably good when the fear is present, like you're afraid of snakes and you're in the terrarium and the snake is nearby. Or a 2 is when there's a good amount of fear and it's persistent and possibly relevant, like the snake is loose in a library where it's not supposed to be. And a -3 penalty would be when the fear is persistent and overwhelming. Perhaps you're coiled around a snake or you fall into a pit of snakes. These can all affect your skill checks. In Kids on Broom, one of the unique systems is spell checks. Many role-playing games have a list of spells, but in Kids on Brooms, you can actually create the spells and cast it in the way that you want to. You describe to your game master how you want the spell to go, and then they look at the tables and listed in the Kids on Broom handbook, and they show, depending on the magnitude of effect, the area of effect, the duration of the effect, and the experience with the spell, you have a target number that gets set for you. This target number can change and will impact how well you are able to do it. Just like other skill rolls, spells also have a how well did you do, depending on how close or far you are from that target number. Again, going 10 or higher on the max end or 15 or lower on the lowest end. You can have the spell fail or go through ecstatically and perhaps cause unexpected thing to happen when you cast a spell. Combat in this game functions as other skill checks, just like everything else. Physical dice are more direct combat, either fist fight or things have gotten really bad with spells. To roll in combat, the attacker is going to roll a fight against the defender's grit if they're standing their ground or fighting back, or flight if they're trying to evade. From those two contested rolls, you look at the table in the rule book and determine how far away you are, the attacker or the defender. If the defender's roll is greater than or equal to the attacker, then the defender narrates the outcome and the defender is uninjured. As the attacker gets higher and further away from the defender's die, let's say 1 to 3 or 4 to 6, even 10 or more, this can cause the defender to quite literally fall unconscious, badly hurt, or even die. Dying can happen in Kids on Brooms, even with magic. Potions are another concept. Potions, you describe what you like the potion to be, how long you would like to last for, and the GM sets a difficulty for creating that potion. Once the GM sets difficulty, you roll, you see if you create it, and then you have that in your inventory. This was a quick primer before we start today's session. We hope that you really enjoyed and it helped you get oriented before we start. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in chat and we will try to get to you when we can. Remember to be kind, to love one another, and enjoy the session.
And welcome back. Thank you for that little refresher on the rules for everybody. Definitely helpful for the audience and also us on this side. All right, let's begin. Our story begins in the halls of the Magic Academy. The air smells stagnant, like very rarely gets moved around in this library. Instead of books, you see multiple orbs lining the shelves in this ancient library. You see an acolyte sweeping along one of the aisles, bumping into the bookcase, knocking one of the orbs down. He reaches out, grabs it, looks at it, it's like, oh, thank goodness, this could have been a really bad day. Sets it back on the shelf. As we zoom in with a purple vortex of smoke inside this orb, and we slowly move forward into it. Sprawling across, we see Cambridge, Massachusetts, a wonderful town housing one of the greatest establishments of education, MIT. However, there exists a subspace here. In between the regular reality. This subspace holds the new Magical Institute of Technology, a new school that has been founded roughly about 10 years ago. And this generation attending the school this year is the first who has only known this world, as magic and technology have been blending together slowly but surely for roughly 18 years. We see the grounds bustling with students. We see humans, centaurs, gnomes, everything under creation because of the new Magical Inclusion Act passed by the Magical Congress, allowing all different sentient magical species to be able to attend this school of higher learning. Let's see, who shall we start with? Ooh. And I'm going to drop the die immediately. Let's go!
Roll a d5.
A D5.
Set that tone.
All right. So, Randall, why don't you describe your character for us as they're
Oh, I'm not prepared.
a rut?
LOL.
Okay.
So
So-
she was on the other foot.
In front of you, you're going to see a strapping young lad, about 19 years old, dark brown hair with a bit of scruff on his face. His hair has that little curl at the end, and it definitely has that texture, like something's kind of a pomade has been put in it to keep that curl just kind of perfectly coiffed up there. He has brown eyes, and he's wearing all red, almost in a monochrome, with slightly lighter pants. What is that called? Neck thingy?
Cravat?
No.
Ascot?
Neck sweater.
Ascot? A
The
turtleneck?
ascot?
Turtleneck.
Or
Thank you.
turtleneck?
A turtleneck sweater on.
Wearing
I've never bought one, so I don't know the name.
neck sweater. Oh my god.
He has a turtleneck on. He has on his back a very small leather black book bag with a green stripe just kind of going straight down the right hand side, just a little bit off kilter. And his wand is off to his side, kind of tucked into a sheath almost. Always kind of within a grab from his belt. And that is Logan Grimm.
Logan, as you first approach the campus, of course, a prefect in your hall, you're seeing some familiar faces, some new freshmen coming in, all excited, some terrified, some parents crying, giving away their child to a new form of education. You come across a fellow prefect, you know him as Clay Cobras. He's going to come up, it's like, Logan, another year. How's it going, man?
Doing well yourself?
I can't complain. You know, we went out to Smoky Mountains for vacation, you know, summer break. It was awesome. Oh, man, did you do anything fun?
No, I stuck to my studies and I learned a little bit more about transfiguration, trying to manipulate one of the chairs in the room into turning it to a butterfly. I thought it'd be an absolutely stunning practice, but I accidentally made the chair explode because apparently if you drop the 2 instead of the 1 when you're doing the mathematics, it goes crazy. So lessons learned, but
Yeah, that seems like it could be a problem. I never really got into transfiguration. I was never really good at math anyway.
Well, there's this really cool thing. If you think about the protons and the atoms of the chair and their quantum state, you'll actually realize that they can be moved to a different bit of region, and that quantum configuration can actually transform them. And in a way, it's like you have all kinds of different magics in one type of field. It's absolutely fascinating. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself again.
Just blank face stare from Clay, just like, yeah, totally. But chairs don't make good butterflies, so
they don't. Perhaps that was my issue.
Yeah,
what would be a better,
so.
like?
Oh, if you'll excuse me. Hey, slow down over there. It goes to chase after one of the freshmen that's setting off firecrackers in a group of people.
Bye, Clay. Bye.
All right. Next up. Heather, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
I had a feeling. So as we kind of move away from Logan, you see what kind of looks like a little bit of like an awkward girl with shoulder length blue hair, bangs, a little bit of some pointy ears, kind of popping out from behind her hair. She's wearing, apparently this is the game for turtlenecks. She's
neck
wearing
neck sweater.
The neck sweater, actually, my bad. Turtles, no. She's wearing this like kind of goldeny mustard turtleneck underneath what looks like an oversized, very oddly patterned crew neck that kind of gives off like 80s, 90s vibes. She's got glasses on, and as she's kind of walking up and kind of like has her backpack on and kind of holding her books, she's got headphones on that are attached to a Walkman that sits at her side. But little does anyone know, that's actually her magic casting focus.
Fantastic. And as you're walking along, listening to non-copyright music, because I don't want to get us in trouble on here, your parents had just dropped you off or seeing you off. It's like, bye, honey. Oh, we're so proud of you.
This is literally my junior year. It's great. Thank you guys.
It gets easier.
Oh my goodness. All right, have fun. Go eat lunch. If I need anything, I will text you, but I'm good.
Okay, we're just a phone call away. Okay. Like kind of like slowly walking off, waving, and it's like, bye, I love you.
Yeah.
This is your third year here, so you're very familiar with the process. You know that soon you'll have to go up to the main auditorium for orientation. We are going to go ahead and jump this over to Evelyn. Please introduce your character.
Okay. Rene Boucher is he's a little strange when you first kind of glance at him. He's got a black cowboy hat and a black face mask, and of course he's also got matching cowboy boots and red button up with some detailing on the front, a little bolero tie, wanted to look a little nice for the first day of school. He is sticking to the shadows, very much so, trying to kind of remain out of sight, which is a little difficult when you are quite conspicuous, as I am. And I am just trying to get inside this building and get to my dorm and then get to the auditorium and just stay trying to keep my distance from the other students.
Oh man, and with that, I think it's time for our first roll. Renee, as you're trying to sneakily get across to the auditorium, I need you to make me a flight roll, please.
Okay, flight. All right. This is my D4 skill, but I do get a +2.
Right, and it's not too difficult. You know, everyone's distracted. There's so much going on the grounds. There's like a kid throwing firecrackers and a prefect chasing after him. What did you
I got
get?
a 4 on the die, so it explodes. So I roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already up to 6. That's another 4.
Keep going.
Shut
Let's
up.
go.
You're
Okay,
trying
so
to.
that's 10. For a total of 11.
11. Oh man. So you, like a flash, you're like sticking to the shadows. You're like jumping from one spot to another as
got my
firecracker.
Messenger bag in my guitar.
Right. As one of the firecrackers is thrown, you take that. As everyone gets distracted, there's like 2 people screaming. You run and you make it to the auditorium unseen. All right. So next up, Mist, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
So you see this 3-foot-tall gnome roll in on a battered up skateboard with neon orange wheels, a jagged scar going over their left eye with a black glass eyeball, and the right arm is completely metal under a blue buttoned up shirt with a black and purple lined sweater vest and gray cargo shorts and combat boots. The kind of sticks out a little bit, but the face is just, okay, where do I go? I have no idea where I'm supposed to be.
As you're wandering around, you come across someone you recognize as a prefect from all of the literature that was given to you for the start of the school year. You see Logan out on the green.
Hello, are you looking for something?
Yeah, can you point me to the auditorium?
You new here?
Yes. First year.
Sure, absolutely. Logan, pleasure to meet you. You are?
Poe.
Poe. He's going to lean down to try to give you a handshake, leaning a little bit more awkwardly to you.
You're going to see me awkwardly stick out my left hand, be like, nice to meet you.
Well, we're all going this way to the auditorium. If you follow me, I can guide you. Would you prefer to...
Sure, I can go with you.
It sounds good. You did get all your items, right? You have your familiar, your wand, you're prepared.
You do not see a wand on this person, but there's like a shoulder strap tactical bag. I've got all my stuff, and my familiar, I was told to have it wait till the time was right. Good. It's waiting for my call.
You don't want to be unprepared. You absolutely need to make sure that you are perfectly on point at all times. You want to be the best. So just follow me. We'll head right over this way, and I'll start kind of heading off towards the auditorium.
Fantastic. And last but definitely not least, Lore, why don't you introduce your character for us?
Laura, you're muted.
I am double muted. I did that just to make sure. Haha. Okay. I would say probably sitting underneath a tree closer to the auditorium already is just this. She sort of stands out from everybody else. This green-skinned, red-haired girl. She's huddled up with a bunch of books. She's got her little leather backpack leaned up against her. There's a notebook with some pens kind of scattered about. And she seems just to be kind of doodling, kind of dressed in a cardigan with a button up, and just like a very flat plaid skirt. If the green skin and the red hair was okay, the other notable features might be, she's got those wings that are just kind of sticking out from behind her. Oh, and then, her pet mountain lion. curled up underneath her legs.
I just want to point out the note that you sent me says your familiar is a goddamn puma.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's how I worded it. You are correct.
Don't forget you have antlers.
Oh, I do have antlers too.
So,
Bigger, go
on
home.
green, you're out there with your puma. You see a lot of freshmen just wide-eyed staring at this vicious wild cat sitting next to you like a kitten.
Well, no, he ain't vicious. He's just all curled up and sleeping in his little sunbeams. His little murder mittens are crossed elegantly, and he's asleep.
There's a quick cutaway to a special that is playing on Wizard Television. Essentially, yes, the North American wild puma. As you can see, it stalks its prey with ferocity, and it shows a scene where it's completely destroying a white-tailed deer. Cut back to you. You see this thing looking up, purring like a kitten.
Him's my sweet baby.
What was that?
So this turned into the Puma King.
The Puma King. He's just a little guy.
Stop it.
Oh my god. A goddamn puma.
A goddamn puma. Anyway, so as you're on the green, sitting underneath this tree, you see the masses start moving towards the auditorium for orientation. What would you like to do? Me pushing gently to the play.
I mean, this is awesome. This is also my third year here, so I suppose as I start to like watch all the freshmen, I'm watching them walk past. Well, this is my third year. I am a junior, so I'm just kind of like following people in that disgruntled transfer student. Like, why do I have to go to this? I already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna assign us some dorm rooms, I'm sure. And she's kind of muttering to herself as she's like stuffing books in her backpack. And the cat is gonna stretch lazily. His name is Whiskers. And Mr. Whiskers is just gonna do a real big stretch and stand up and kind of shake everything off. And I'm gonna throw my backpack over my shoulder and head towards the auditorium.
Not Mr. Whiskers.
As Mr. Whiskers stretches, you see another freshman see this, scream at the top of their lungs, and just make a beeline for the auditorium. And Mr. Whiskers just looks. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, he not gonna bite you.
Mr. Whiskers kind of looks up like.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
If you'll let me, I kind of want to introduce my familiar at this time, kind of meet the puma, just because.
Oh man, well, we can. So you're summoning your. I mean, you're already on your way to auditorium, but
No,
if you want, you can have your
exploring.
familiar. Yes, you can totally have your familiar.
So next to this puma is a mechanical fox. The exact features of a fox, just walks up, stares at the puma. Does that just starts following you?
And they think that I'm the weird one.
So I am going to need. Okay, this is weird because I'm asking. Use your charm stat. I want you to make a charm roll. I will say. Lore. What would you say, Mr. Whiskers is a gentle creature or still has some of the wild side to them?
Well, given how long ago it was assumed that eastern pumas have gone extinct, I would say by this point in time, he's rather domesticated, kind of on the more playful side. We'll call him wild, that's rude.
Oh, fair enough. My apologies, Mr. Whiskers. All right, go ahead and make me that charm roll. It's not going to be a very high difficulty.
It was a D10. And I rolled 10.
I meant Poe. Poe is going to make that roll for his familiar. No,
good luck, buddy.
Funny thing for me, my charm is a D8 plus 1. Hey, guess what? That's an 8. Plus
Hey!
1.
What in the
How
fuck?
are we?
Wow.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
That's a 7 plus 1s for a total of 8.
Nice.
So, you have an A.
16.
Right.
16.
That was
So
16,
8 plus
so-
7 plus 1.
Yeah, so that's 16.
Wow. All right. So,
Wow.
Pretty good roll.
Nice. Let's do
proving
this,
the
guys.
domestication of Mr. Whiskers, this mechanical fox walks up and they are instantly best friends. Like, there's that quick, like just kind of sniffing each other out, even though, I'm assuming that a mechanical fox does not have a sense of smell. It's like, you smell like metal. We are going to be fast friends.
Oh, what's funny is as you see the paws lift up, there are like robotic toe beams.
Oh, and exactly, like there's like this quick, like kind of like paw each other for a second. And it's just this instant, like, Stella, you can see that
We're gonna be
Mr.
besties.
Whiskers has made a friend.
Yes, that's my sweet boy.
So they are walking side by side as you're going to the auditorium.
So I suppose we must be friends now? I was just gonna like stick out my hand awkwardly. Well,
The
I
fox
give you
puts
my
his
name.
paw in your hand.
I was talking to Poe.
Oh, I'm still with Bransel's character.
No.
Yeah,
Where the
they're on the
hell
way to
are
the
you?
auditorium.
Logan
I thought
and
you
I-
were way too far. I thought you guys were up to me by now. Never mind. I'm taking the fox with me.
Just a
Goodbye.
wild fox.
Okay, I mean,
To
It's
your
yours
knowledge,
now.
you have just adopted a robotic fox.
10-4. I'm on board with that one.
All right. As you all, everyone starts filling into the auditorium, I would say that most of you are familiar with each other, aside from those that are just starting this year. So if you would like to sit together or...
I have no friends. I sit by myself. I am aware of who these people are, but I keep my distance from the other students for their safety.
I'm assuming Renee is on the very back row in this portion with the least amount of light.
Renee is sitting in the back near the door. So he can make a quick exit and avoid as many people as possible.
Absolutely. So we have we have Logan and Poe walking in together. We have
Poe, if you like, you could take a seat here. I do recommend going into the front. You get a better view and make sure you can see everything. You do want to make sure that you could get all of the information, as this is your first year. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need.
It's my first year at the school. I'm technically a junior.
Oh, well,
I was
still, this
homeschooled
school's
till
a very
this
elite
year.
school, so I think making sure that you can get all the things prepared. Would you like to sit in the front?
No. And I'm just going to walk up all the way to the back.
That was worth a shot.
all right.
Bye,
Poe,
Poe.
make me a brains check real quick. Based on what Renee rolled earlier, it's going to be difficult to spot him.
D12 for brain. That's 4.
4.
Plus my 1.
No.
So that's 5 for brains.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you have no freaking clue. You're just going off to the back row on your own.
I'm going to start looking around to see if I can see my familiar. I'm like, where is
With
Steve
a
Fox?
with a 5. I will say, because based on difficulty, yeah, you recognize your fox walking in with this giant wildcat and Stella in tow.
That is a very beautiful creature. I'm going to have to pet it.
Are we talking about the cat or Stella?
That's what I was sitting here going, you know?
Poe is referring to the cat.
Stella, whatever you're saying, I'm sure it is wonderful. However, none of us can hear it. Someone cast a silence spell on you?
Don't worry, that was more for my own shits and giggles. Was having a whole processing moment over here. I was like,
Wait, what?
I was like, I'm not really pettable. You could certainly try. I guess you could try.
First day of school, making moves.
Logan is gonna see as Poe walks out. He's gonna take off and get to where all the prefects are, which are kind of lining the side of the stage. And as Logan would, he's going to take that furthermost first spot right next to the stage.
Oh my god.
Fantastic. You see the familiar faces, some new prefects that have come through as others have graduated. Very few faces that you are familiar with from your assigned hall, which, come to think of it, it might be time for everyone to be assigned to new halls. But first, was it Leah or Leia?
Leia, come on.
Leia,
I
remembered it as soon as I said it. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I got this. As you're walking in, you see this dryad with a giant wildcat and a mechanical fox.
She's gonna kind of like, more than anything, she's really not paying attention because she's got her headphones on. She's already dealt with her parents, kind of, sort of, and that whole
Kind of
goodbye, kind of, sort of goodbye thing. And what she's kind of messing with right now, she's kind of like not paying attention, is what looks to be a little round circle. It's bright yellow. And there's a little bit of a keychain on it, and she's just kind of sitting there. It seems like she's pressing buttons, not really paying attention. You hear the occasional little beeps and boops as she's kind of going in. If anything, she's not paying attention and may walk straight into someone.
As you're
let it happen.
Yeah, as you're pressing the button, you just, on your screen you're hearing the beep, boop, burp, burp, burp. And then you walk directly into Stella.
Oh god.
Oh, she pulls off her headphones. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I had to feed my Tamagotchi.
I'm sorry.
My familiar, and she kind of turns it around, and it's literally the little egg. Tamagotchi is like really popular toy in the 90s.
You see it just.
I think in the 90s I was living in a swamp. I'm not sure, but this is Mr. Whiskers. This is not really the same thing, though, is he?
Well, mine's just like a digital kind of, I don't know, creature of some sort. Like it's like that, but like digital, and I'm not really sure what it is right now. It's still growing.
I mean, if that works for you, I guess. And then
one look at Mr. Whiskers and the Tamagotchi just.
Okay, it's okay. Stop. You're fine.
Oh no! I promise he doesn't bite. I promise. He's much older than he looks. We've been around for some time. He's just. I promise he doesn't bite. That's long gone. He's long gone from that.
I'm not worried about that. That's actually kind of rad that you have. It's a cougar.
He's the eastern puma. Technically, he's extinct, but I did find this little fellow wandering around the swamp, and I protected him from all them hunters. When somebody thinks that they see him, Mr. Whiskers can actually turn invisible and run away, but that only works when the hunters come through. So, we haven't really figured out why it happens.
Okay, but that's like super rad, like super cool.
But we've been together for quite some time, and I just love him. And then we found this new little fella down here.
Now that one might know. And she kind of like turns the Tamagotchi face. She's like, that one's kind of like you, but like physical.
You just see this interaction of like.
You guys might be able to talk to each other. We'll find
You
out
guys
later.
could even maybe you could even be friends. I don't know where anyone else is sitting, but well, my
We just want to sit on the end somewhere.
yeah. My name's Stella. That's pretty much all I can give you for now. I don't want to hurt your head.
Leia Wayne,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Stella, that's Stella.
You look, you look a little familiar. We might have passed, like, you know, this campus is really large, and classes. I think there's some overlapping. I kind of keep to
do you like
myself.
science too?
In the sense of fixing things, I guess more on the engineering side of things.
Okay. Well, maybe we did see each other, especially at registration. I'm kind of in that environmental engineering area.
Okay.
Got a lot of biology under my belt. But
So you're on the other side of the engineering kind of department. You're on one side with more of the biological stuff. I'm kind of more on like the electrical and new tech side of things.
Yeah, for now. But we'll get into that later. But we should probably go sit down, or else I think people are starting to look at us.
I think the prefects are starting to stare and they're looking a little antsy.
You see Logan kind of eyeing you both.
As he
She's
feels
just
this. Go ahead.
She's just kind of like seeing, going.
Well,
As you
he
feel
seems
the
nice.
daggers flying through the air coming from Logan's eyes, you hear speakers come on and someone walk onto the stage. It's like, all right, let's go ahead and get this started. Now, some of y'all may know me, some of y'all may not, man, but I'm Professor McConaughey, and I'm going to be your dean for the year, running this here school as a favor to good friend Dolly.
I need a collective minute.
Oh my god.
You
Sorry,
see
we're all,
him
like,
wearing a full gray suit, vest, tie, no real wand or any kind of spell focus that you can see on him.
Love the Dallas Buyers Club.
Stop it.
He's gonna step out. It's like, man, so many eager minds ready to learn the trades of magic and technology. Warms my heart. How's everybody doing tonight?
Leia literally just screams, "Yeah!"
All right. I love that energy. All right. So, as some of you may know, we've had some trouble over the years with some of the educators and certain biases that not many people are into technology and magic jiving and grooving together. We're here to fix that. And y'all standing here are proof that we can grow this world into a beautiful flower. And that flower is going to have circuits. And you see him kind of droll off for a minute. Yeah.
And insert and circuits. And Leia, I will say that you do notice, as when he kind of goes through his with and circuits, part of Stella's hand, just like the veins that run into your fingers, they all kind of glow this light blue for a second, and then dip back under.
She's like, looks at him, looks down. That's really nifty. Like, did that? I don't know. Did that, like, is what he said, like, activate something?
It's a long story. We can talk about it later, I'm sure.
Totally fine. We've got all of the great circuits and flowers that we need to learn about.
And Professor McConaughey is just rolling on about the beauties of circuits working in the interweavings of magic, and he doesn't. Actually, Logan, give me a brains roll since you're closest to the stage.
Sure, absolutely. Is it D20? Yes. That is 17 plus 2, so that is a 19.
You know for a fact he has absolutely no freaking idea what he's talking about.
Oh, that's gonna be so disappointing.
You're
gonna just see Logan like, oh.
With 19, you clock it immediately. He has never done anything magical aside from his acting career. He has no idea what kind of spells are possible. He knows how to operate everything made prior to 2010, but if you put magic in it, it's automatically just one of them doodads.
I am gonna pull out my wand, and from below my waist, I am just going to do a little swish and flick, and I am going to try to charm him with a little bit of a sense of intellect, so that way it doesn't sound like he's completely dumb, just like a knowledge transfer of some information, so that way for this split moment he is talking correctly, because I'm worried about the image of the school.
Of course. Okay, so you're casting a spell on the dean of the college first day. I love this for you. So what is your die for charm?
D12.
A D12. Okay, so that's gonna be. I'm calculating difficulty. So are you trying to make it last for the entirety of orientation?
Yeah.
All right. So
I don't know how long that is. I hope it's not that long.
Oh man. All right. So that's gonna be. I'm calculating this up now, and I'm so happy. All right, so I need you to go ahead and roll a charm roll. Don't forget to add your D4 for magic. This is going to be a difficulty of 10.
Do I always get a D4 with magic rolls?
When you cast any spell, you add a D4.
Okay. That is a 10 on my D12 and a 4. 14.
The D4 explodes. You can roll again.
Roll it again.
That one explodes too? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to increase some of these difficulty checks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 17.
Or
Our
don't.
dice is like us.
It's early. It's beginner's luck.
We have had an explosion on each roll we've made so far,
Right?
and that's bonkers.
Oh man. Okay, so with
We're
that,
fucked for later.
Yeah.
Oh, we're wasting all our good rolls now. When we get into something serious,
Give it time.
shit. We're gonna get
All
so
right.
many adversity tokens.
Oh yes. Another thing, you probably saw this preamble. Everyone starts off with 3 adversity tokens, and anytime you fail a roll, you gain 1. You can spend these to improve a roll if it doesn't quite add up to what you're looking for. So you see an odd twist come across Professor. I'm just going to say Matthew McConaughey from this point on. We all know who he is. You see him stop, and with a clarity rarely seen, say, you know, all that mumbo jumbo, but I tell you what, this school year is going to change everything in this world. Some of y'all been here for a few years. Y'all are the first generation to have technology and magic combined. You've known it all your lives, and you will be the innovators of tomorrow. You are the ones that will be named, that these great halls will be named after someday. And I want you to know I will support you in whatever way I can. Does that sound all right?
Leia literally goes, all right, all right, all right.
And at the back of the room, still very much keeping to himself and completely silent, Renee just rolls his eyes.
Oh wow. It's
Actually, oh man, I am so sorry.
I'm in the back of the auditorium.
You're in the back of the auditorium.
real
However, with
energetic,
some
aren't you?
with magical influence given by some random person in the crowd, I need you to make me another flight roll.
Oh no! Even if I've got even with my cowboy hat.
It's not going to be a very high difficulty because of that
Come
adjustment.
on, Come on, little D4. I believe in you.
No, it's Matthew.
That's a 5 total.
You are so lucky because Matthew McConaughey rolled a 1. So.
Oh dang!
Fixed on the person in the back.
Wow. James was like, fuck these rolls, man.
The turns will table eventually, my friends.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
Yeah.
At that point, Matthew McConaughey is just going to look at the crowd. It's like, all right, now every single year, ever since the defeat of the Great Morrigan by our very own Minister of Magic, Dolly Parton, he has made it his absolute goal to help keep people away from using the dark arts of magic, because that ain't no good time for nobody, y'all.
Nice.
So he doesn't like this name anymore, so I'm going to say it. Let's go ahead and welcome our Dark Arts Responsibility and Knowledge Officer, Martin Blake. You see this like very gaunt-looking, roughly 40-year-old wizard walking up, and you can tell he just has defeat in his eyes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We all know who's probably sleeping with the professor.
What? Matthew McConaughey? Yeah, he's probably sleeping with half of the staff.
No, there's a certain prefect I'm eyeing.
Oh no.
I just want to get good grades, that's all.
At what expense?
For those who are well versed in the histories of this world, you would know that Martin Blake, formerly the Great Mortigan, was the last great dark wizard of the age. In the late 90s, there was a great battle that took place between Dolly Parton, then just someone who worked in the with the Magical Congress, helping control these situations, never drew her wand, but gave a stern talking to.
Don't mess with Dolly. That's for sure.
After 2 hours of lecturing, finger waving in the face, Mortigan swore off of his use of dark magic and was given an option to spend the rest of his life in prison or to use his time remaining to teach awareness of the dangers of dark magic and the paths that can lead you down. Martin walks up to the stage. Hello and welcome to another year at the Magical Institute of Technology. I am Martin Blake, formerly known as Mortigan. I am here to teach you the dangers of dark arts and magics and things that can lead you down horrible paths if you don't want to end up like me. If you don't want to end up like me, then here are some tips you need to follow. He begins to droll on for the next 45 minutes about how dark magics pull from essentially your inner core of magic, creating the darkened look and pulling your essential life force with with the more powerful spells you cast. He hands out a dark magical artifact in a sock that passes around the class. If you can tell the feeling of this dark magic through the artifact, you may be able to prevent your friends from coming in contact with potentially soul snatching artifacts.
I love the DARE program.
Leia, you remember that drug thing humans did? Was it in the 90s?
Yeah. I mean,
what is happening here?
It sounds like the same thing. I mean, we're not going to talk about how what I've gotten into to that program, but
Leia, you absolutely know what DARK is. You've been through this is your third time through this exact same speech program. It's mandatory every single year.
Every time I hear it, it makes me want to learn about the dark arts a lot more. You tell me something I'm not supposed to do, and unfortunately, I want to do it.
I can imagine. He seems real upset about this.
I don't know. It looks like he doesn't have a soul anymore.
Yeah.
Sucks, but I mean, if I was reprimanded by Miss Parton, no, I would just.
Yeah, if I was representing Miss Parton, Miss Parton.
I want to meet her one day.
Me too. Sorry.
You got a cough over there? I got a napkin for you.
I think we're gonna be real good friends.
As this is going around, Renee, you feel a paper ball hit your shoulder. And
I love how
about two rows forward, you just see a group of giggling football players. You're very familiar with them.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just ignore them, even no matter how many paper balls they throw at me. I'm gonna be the. I'm gonna keep my cool. If I don't give them a reaction, they don't get the satisfaction. That's what my daddy always said.
Oh my goodness.
So as the speech continues on, the dark artifact and the sock being passed around, you feel like a few more paper balls hit at you, and then a freshman kind of walks up and like nervously like taps you on the shoulder.
Sorry. Can I help you?
Hey, the guys over there gave me like $5 to give you this, and it's a letter.
All right, scram.
Runs off entirely.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a check yes, a check no.
Yeah, that freshman would notice upon getting near me just the strong scent of garlic. Like, and I imagine that's what they're probably running from. I open up the letter. I know it's not going to be good.
You just see scribbled on horrible handwriting, partially misspelled. It's like, "Hey, welcome back, Deadwood."
Yep. I crumple it up.
Wow.
And I don't litter. 'Cause I'm a good boy. I'm just stick it in my bag and I'll throw it away later. And I'm just gonna continue listening to Professor McConaughey drone on about how great the Magical Inclusion Act is and how it's so helpful to everybody.
You see, as Martin Blake is droning on, telling about more of the dangers, he's talking about his experience of trying to control the mind of another wizard who chased after him. And after that, he cannot remember anything prior to 2nd grade, but he's sure it was horrible. You see Matthew McConaughey's kind of walking around the aisles, checking, make sure people are awake, paying attention. You see him kind of look over in your direction and then look down at the football players. You see him walk up, grab one of them by the shoulder, and whisper something into his ear. You see his eyes widen up. He does a quick tap on the shoulder, starts walking around, and you see the football players just fuck off entirely. And he's going to take a quick look at you, Renee, and just be like, "All right, glad you're here, buddy."
Thank you, Professor McConaughey.
Man, just call me Matt. This is a formal education, but I ain't formal at all.
All right, Matt. I heard you're a Texas fan. Go Longhorns.
All right. I hear you. That's what I'm talking about. Here you're Louisiana boys. Nice to have some more Southern folks around here.
Yep. Yep. I sure am a Louisiana lad.
All right. Don't let them get you down. Sometimes you just gotta look at life as like a rocky road. It's not always ice cream. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right. It starts walking off, checking on more of the students. I barely got through that.
If Renee had blood, his face would be bright red.
Oh my god.
Talking in his head, he's just thinking, "This motherfucker talking about life. I'm dead. I'm literally dead."
After about 45 minutes, the presentation's over. You see Martin Blake sitting there. All right, that's all I have for today. Remember, only you can avoid dark arts
Can
and
prevent
use your
forest
knowledge.
fires.
You get like a quick glare of his deep purple eyes directly into yours. You see a spark of hatred come back for a moment and then slowly work its way back down. It's like, it's rude to interrupt. If you would, please go outside the auditorium. Seniors first, juniors followed behind, and then you will be able to find your hall assignments for your dorms. Thank you, and have a wonderful year at the Magical Institute of Technology.
Okay.
Wow.
One, who charmed him? Two, that is
Wow.
the most life I have ever seen in him in a while. Good job.
He's alive? Okay. Well,
You know what? At this point, I don't know, but that was the most enthusiastic I've seen him in a while.
Well, I've heard that speech 100 times and then 100 more times, but it always ends with, even you can prevent forest fires.
I know it's not the words, but oh my gosh, what if I make shirts for DARK, but do something silly?
I would wear one, but we have to make sure would you help me cut? And she's gonna like spin around in a circle and you're gonna like these big giant coneflower wings. And she's like,
Oh, that is no problem. I know, like, I got a sewing machine back, like ready to go. We got this.
I'm going to say, Stella, go ahead and take an adversity token just for reigniting the inner rage of this former dark wizard. That beautiful.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to.
Did you just accidentally a BBEG? We'll find out next time.
Oh no.
Rough.
All right, so the seniors file out first, going in to get their hall assignments, and now it is the juniors' turn to file out.
The moment it is the junior's turn, Renee is out the door trying to just get his assignment and get to his dorm so he can hide.
So as you approach this desk setup, you see about 4 or 5 people lined up at this desk pulling out different like assignment cards, sign-in sheets and everything. It's like, all right, let's see. What's your name again?
Renee Boucher.
Renee Boucher. You're in luck because we have vacancies in all 4 halls. So you can really take your pick at this point.
I'll stick with where I usually am, George Washington Carver.
Of course. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's so great of you to continue wearing a mask. You can never do enough to make sure you're not spreading germs everywhere. You never know what bug's going to be around this season.
Yeah. Gotta protect people. I gotta protect the people around me.
Is someone making like a butter scampi somewhere? Hands you your access card. Garlic bread, yes.
I hope you find that Italian food you're looking for, and as soon as they hand me the card, I am.
Fantastic. All right.
Hustling.
So, Logan, you are a regular of, was it Turing Hall?
Yes.
For those at home, halls are not assigned based on personality traits. They are just essentially assigned to your first year, and then you can pick to continue or just go to another one, whichever housing's available. They're named after great magical inventors throughout history. Of course, George Washington Carver Hall, Alan Turing Hall, Mary Curie Hall, and Tesla Hall. So, Logan, as you walk up, same cheerful person, it's like, Logan, it's so wonderful to see you again. How was your summer?
It was absolutely stunning. How was yours?
It was great. We went along Appalachia. We were going to hike it the whole way, but I didn't know if I was going to make it back in time. And, it would have been a whole lot easier just to fly. I am so sorry. Are you going back to the same hall this year?
I am. I really find that Turing had a way with himself.
Yes, poor thing just was not appreciated in his time, but look, he was prophetic in almost every single aspect, especially since the combination of magic and technology. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And I truly think that you could probably, and sorry to get nerdy again, but if you were to take the quantum mechanics of a Turing machine, you could probably use that test on it to determine the state. Because a Turing machine is really about ones and zeros, but what about quantumancy? You have a little bit more...
Oh my God, Logan, you're holding up the line.
Sorry.
We're so sorry. You know how he is when he gets on his spills. Oh, thank you so much. Wonderful to see you again. Hands you your access card.
Does this every year. Stella, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
He does this every year.
There's my
does he?
fox.
I'm going to watch it all.
Well, okay. Okay.
I'm going to take my access card and flip them off and go inside.
Now, what the fuck did I do to you? Nothing.
I'm Logan. Yes, but I am.
So, Poe, knowing that your familiar is with this group, are you going to approach, or are you just going to stay in the
I
background?
have now fully approached, and they hear, "Oh, there's my fox."
What? Where?
You're gonna look around and not see anybody for a second.
I'm like,
because I'm very short.
Oh.
I'm down here.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm waving my mechanical arm like, hi.
I'm so I'm used to people being bigger than me. This is different.
Yeah, unfortunately I got the short genes of the gnomes, so I am stuck at 3 feet.
Was that a joke?
I don't know, is the weather fine up there?
Okay, listen. Okay.
I'm gonna reach down and pet my fox. Oh, you're a good Rexy, aren't you?
That's yours?
Yeah, this is Rexy.
Well, he's been following me around now for close to 2 hours at this point.
Yeah, he's very friendly.
I gathered. He's quite taken with Mr. Whiskers over here.
You have a very pretty kitty.
I hear a lot of... I hate my mind. I'm sorry for this.
I didn't know.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
I hear you all.
That was quite the compliment.
It's okay.
Oh,
Leia,
man.
while your mind is down in the gutter, you found an adversity token. Congratulations.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I have makeup on. I'm so glad.
The line for halls.
Perfect.
Yes. This is the line for key cards, and on that note, I'm gonna get mine now.
As you're walking up, the same lovely person. I'm going to go ahead. So this is Shay Buttlebrush. Oh, hello. I don't believe we met before. I'm Shay.
Stella.
Stella, so amazing to meet you. So just want to make sure, they, them, she, her, they, her.
I pretty much answered anything. Usually she, her, but on the rare occasion, it is a little bit of a they, them.
Fantastic. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. Well, even though you're new here, you are considered a junior based on past, with the new legislation that has passed, and with your background, you are considered a junior. Anyway, so we still have all 4 halls open for you to choose from.
I think if I remember from my reading, I would like to go with the George Washington Carver Hall. That's where the environmental students go, right?
It doesn't really matter. You can be in Turing Hall and still studying magibiology and everything. Now, I will say that Washington...
Did you say Turing Hall? Isn't that where that Logan feller just went?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. He seems like a nice gentleman, but
Yeah.
I will say that Washington Carver
people.
Hall... we don't need to talk bad about other students. He's just very...
He's very energetic.
Passionate.
And I love that, but I want to be around people that are going to be in my major, if that's possible.
Many people will go to Washington Carver Hall because it is closer to Mr. Larange's class. He's the one who teaches magibiology and magical agriculture. I think there was a better name for that class. I drew a blank. Don't mind me.
Well, no, I think I would like to go there. I did meet that Mr. Professor man, and he seemed really nice. So, I think I'd like to start there. Yeah.
You see them take out, write down the information and take out another access card. Here you go, Washington Carver Hall. You'll just take a right down this hall, and you'll be down that way.
Wonderful. Okay. All right, Mr. Whiskers, let's go.
Starts prancing alongside you.
Hi, Stella. I'll meet up with you later.
Yeah, come find me. We'll have dinner. It'll be great.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna skip down the hall with my little plaid skirt, and I got a little sweater vest on, running down the hall.
Very nice.
You see Shay kind of looking around. Oh, hello. Hi. It's so nice to meet you. Do I need to get you a box to stand on? Or are you good where you're at? Was that offensive? I am
Shay,
so sorry.
you don't ask people about boxes.
I have stood on stools before to look over things, but that's lightly over my head.
That was out of character. I didn't laugh in character. It's like, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm sure you've heard all this. In the literature provided, we still have openings in all 4 houses, whichever one you would like to go to.
My godfather, Ingen Melter, told me to go to Madame Curie Hall would probably be the best.
Yes, Curie Hall. That will be very close to your classes. Very reputable hall. I can't talk today. Reputable. Listen, I do 2 things: roll dice and make people laugh. I think I've gotten half of that done. All right. Just awkwardly, puts in the information, hands you the key cards. Thank you again. I am so sorry. I will work on that in the future.
You're fine. It's not the weirdest joke I've heard at all, especially with my last name. I'm just going to take the key and start to walk towards the hall. Probably in the wrong direction because I have no idea where I'm going.
No, actually, if you...
Just let him go. He'll figure it out.
Shay's gonna pick up a flip crystal and just hey, we have a new student going towards the wrong hall. Can we get a prefect over from Curie? Thank you so much.
I could be there right away.
You're not even in that hall. Okay.
Doing once again.
Wrong hole.
Look at Logan out here doing the best.
He's our bestest boy. We stand
always helping.
So literally, as Shay has been giving key cards out to Poe and Stella, Leia's just been slightly leaning on the table the entire time, just watching kind of everything go down. She's like, good kids.
Yes. Have you taken some more underneath your wing this year?
Unfortunately, it's a fault of mine. I just like to collect them like Pokemon. It's great.
Collecting new classmates. I remember freshman year, you were the new person on the block, and you made a collection of 5 different new students. It's so amazing. It's a gift. It is wonderful, and I love it for you. Are you gonna stay in your regular hall, or do you want to change things up a little bit?
No, and you hear a bunch of beep 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 beep. Yes, I know. We're staying in Tesla.
Your Tamagotchi just sitting there,
and I'm like, I'm staying there. Don't short circuit.
You hear like beeps sounding like it's mocking you. Like, don't short circuit.
I'll forget to feed you. You watch that tone. Yep.
Shay's just cackling at this entire exchange. It's like, oh, sassy as ever. Puts in the information, hands you your key card.
Thanks, Shay.
Anytime.
Damn.
All right. I will say that all of you have meal plans with your tuition for this school. Essentially, all 3 meals. If you you have it, regardless.
You dining on tonight?
Listen, they don't have what I'm looking for in the dining hall.
Well, maybe they do.
They might. Your
You're
blood
just not
type-
looking in the right.
wait.
You're just not looking in the right place.
Nah, this is my 3rd year here. I know for a fact they ain't got it in the dining hall. That would be probably a health hazard for the other students.
Health code violations. I will say, so all of you that have been here for a while know that the primary eatery on campus is going to be Al's Deli and Diner. Standard foods, you're going to have your burgers, chicken tenders. They'll have a soup of the week. And then they have like standard like plate meals. Could be like meatloaf, green beans, mashed potatoes. Yes, Renee.
Cereal on tap.
Is this campus like near a town? Like, can
Yes.
you walk into town? Is there a butcher shop in this town?
Oh, you are new to this area.
And this is also my 3rd year here, though.
Oh,
In
they don't know.
Cambridge,
It is 3rd
Massachusetts.
year.
Yes, there is a butcher shop in Cambridge.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, you know there's a butcher
Been
shop in
there.
Cambridge.
Okay, cool. I just,
Stella, did you have something?
Yeah. Do we?
I'm like the closest to Massachusetts, anyways. I'm like,
I having been to Cambridge, I can tell you most of what's there. Okay. Unrelated. Do y'all carry vegetarian options for?
You see behind the grill just this big guy. His name's Al. It's like,
Oh,
It's not like
gosh.
cannibalism if you're a druid.
Well, no, I'm not a druid. I'm a dryad. Common
Dryad.
misconception. I understand that.
there's a few
the-
vowel difference.
It's only cannibalism if you're eating trees.
I understand that those of y'all who don't get it, but no, we are not the same thing. And no, it's not cannibalism. We do not eat living creatures. Unfortunately, somehow plants don't count. I don't know.
Sold.
logic checks.
Listen.
I'm
New
not gonna
age
argue with
dryads. New age dryads are like, I mean, aren't plants living creatures too? And their
I'm just gonna
parents
go
are
outside and
like,
soak up the sun. It's the goop diet.
You're vegetarian, not vegan.
yes. We still like to eat fish and crayfish mostly.
Right. So behind the grill, you see Al sitting there, full apron, white T-shirt, grease stained, hair kind of pulled back into a ponytail, hairnet on top of that. It's like, oh yeah, I think I could. Do you like lettuce?
Well, I mean, there's a few options. You could, yes, I do like lettuce. If you sell like seafood too, that's okay. I typically don't eat. I can't eat red meat. It does not.
Oh,
It does not-
gotcha. Well, we have a few people like that. Don't worry. Actually, Soup of the Night is a nice seafood gumbo.
Oh, feels like home.
He's gonna fix you a big bowl of it on top of rice. Gonna hand it out for you. Charges it to your meal plan and everything. It's like, and I promise, next week, as soon as the next truck comes in, I'm gonna intimidate that man until he gives me some more vegetarian options.
Al, we may be good friends soon.
That's what I like to hear. And whoever wants to can make it out to Al's Deli and Diner. Renee, you are looking for a.
No, I'm not going to any butcher shop yet. I'm gonna wait until the dead. I'm gonna wait and I don't need to go yet. I've got a water bottle full of blood in my backpack as a little gift from Lorette.
I didn't like how casual you said that. That was uncomfy.
Wow, that was
fun fact, because this hasn't been revealed to chat fully yet. Renee's a vampire.
We don't know.
If you hadn't gathered by now.
You do see an expansion that's been built. Oh, go ahead.
I am not going to. If I can avoid going out during the day, I am going to. I am not going to lunch or anything. I am staying in my dorm room. I am unpacking. I'm setting up. At one point, like I kind of open the. I make sure to get a room where like at least the window gets a lot of shade, and I open the little thing, and my little familiar, who's a little raven, comes and sits on the little windowsill and comes in, and I'm like, "Good boy, Edgar."
Edgar's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's just a cute little raven. He just hops in the window and I close it, draw the curtains all tight. Just getting set up in my little dorm room.
Edgar's used to this. Staying in the dark with you, wanting to make sure you have company. So as like you kind of go back to your your bed set up, he like flies across the room, sits on your shoulder. It kind of like nuzzles up to you. It was like,
my only friend.
For logistic reasons, you would know that at the diner, it was in the literature handed out to everybody before beginning of semester, that there's been an addition to Al's Diner at the very back corner, where it does have a separated room set up with different animal blood options for the newly arrived vampire students who are out in the open.
How many vampires are at this school?
You did not research. I mean, you know what? Make a brains roll.
Make a brains roll? Yeah, no, he is not. He definitely is like, I am not even gonna look up how many. I'm
imagine a poor student opening the door to that room to see a bunch of people
And you're like,
eat fucking carcasses, just be like,
it's Poe.
wrong room.
No,
It's
no,
Poe.
those are in bags.
It's Poe.
It's imagine a bloody Capri Sun.
I was like, that or like a Slurpee machine, but it's just.
The favorite part is stabbing it.
Wow.
Oh, so much lore dropping tonight.
I'm assuming I'm gonna take an adversity token.
You take an adversity token right away. That wonderful. You know that the legislation has passed, and you've personally been doing your best to avoid being outed as a vampire.
Even though it has already happened. The people of this school are aware that I am a vampire. I wear a black cowboy hat and a mask, and I smell like garlic.
So, like, originally it was just jokes made at your expense. Now there's a few people who are fairly certain, and there's a few who's like, stay away from that Renee boy. He smells like garlic. I think his daddy taught him how to make way too many recipes with that. So he eats so much of it, it comes out in the skin.
I imagine past 3 years, I've just been trying to fight off Leia from becoming my friend. And we just keep trying.
I will get you. You will be my friend, I swear to God.
This is not Darkest House.
Whoops.
Actually, Renee, if you'll allow it, Leia can know of you. And you've just been avoiding this.
She knows.
She
Leia
knows. Absolutely knows exactly who I am and that I'm a vampire.
Gives off the Edward Cullen vibes. She is like, I know why he hides. He will be added to my friend group.
Cut back to a memory of 2 years ago, roughly second semester, first year of college. You just see Renee kind of hiding on their own and Leia just in the corner. Hey! 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 Go back to the presents.
I was trying to mimic his raven. It was not going well.
Evelyn's method acting was perfect.
This is so good.
This is so chaotic. What have I done? Where was I?
I gave you expectations of what I was bringing for this.
You put us all back in school.
Oh goodness! All right. So from Al's Diner, who is in the diner as we speak?
Me and Stella were getting dinner.
Yeah.
I would. Go ahead, Poe.
You're gonna see me like right as they're sitting down, just see me rolling up on my skateboard.
I love
And then I'm gonna walk inside.
I love that.
I love this weird little man.
I love it so much. You just see as Stella has gotten like the gumbo and everything, it's find a spot. You just see Leia with like a tray, and there's like 3 bowls of like Fruit Loop cereal. There's like 1 bowl of like Captain Crunch. There's another bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She's like, "This is the only thing that's typically good here." And she sets it down. She's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna live on cereal. It's done me well."
That feels like a lot, but okay.
I'm hungry. I have
Al
to
from
run
behind
around
the
and
grill
look
is like,
at everybody.
Leia, I promise my food hasn't poisoned anybody in a while. So I think you'll be just fine with whatever I make.
Al, I love you dearly. I'll let you know.
Tell you what, tomorrow I'll make pizza rolls.
Al, you're speaking my love language.
I got you, girl. Is Logan coming into the diner?
Yes. Logan would walk in and he'd be like, Big Al, how are you doing?
Yes. How's it going, man? What, we getting you the usual, or you gonna be
Yes,
adventurous?
if you could you add another steak on that? It's bulking season, and I'd like to make sure that when I'm out there on the field, I'm a little bit more fit. And in that moment, my owl is going to teleport next to me through like a little portal, and I'll be like, "Oh, and Proton here. If you can get him a side of worms, he's leaning down opposite, but."
Randall, can I hear you from where you're at?
You see me. I don't know if you can hear me.
I probably would hear you.
I need to know if I can hear. Doofus, do you think his conversation with Al would carry? Or is it too loud because this is like the primary dining hall?
Al's reaction is very noticeable. It's like, Logan, I've told you countless times, if I bring in worms, it's going to be a health code violation. I've already got enough strikes on my license. I can't do that anymore.
I thought we had a deal. I really did.
We did, and I got busted last time. I do it again, I get shut down. They're going to have some pussy guy.
And I helped you out of that situation, I did.
You did. That's why I'm still here. I'm just saying, the next time, you do it once, it's a slap on the wrist and some paperwork. You do it again, you end up on the news.
Understandable. Completely and utterly.
Leia, why is Al arguing with Logan? Seemingly again.
More than likely, Logan's asking for worms.
Why would he need worms?
You see Proton, the owl, sitting on his shoulder, and like head does a complete 180.
He also has a little red tie on.
She doesn't even mention the owl. She's like, I don't know. He's a weirdo. He probably just eats them himself. I don't know.
But what you're gonna see as this little owl does a whole ass head turn, let's see. Stella's skin color is gonna go from like that lovely deep green sage, and it's gonna fade out. Like whatever my blood supply is just like drained out of my face.
Stella, you good?
Oh, I didn't recognize him earlier. Yeah, we're good. I'm just gonna put my hand over here.
What do I need to do? Say the word.
I promise. I know that you can't do any more owls, but more worms. But if you could just put a little bit extra meat on my plate, I could probably share it.
That I can do for you. And
you are the best, man.
He fixes your regular meal and adds a healthy meat option for Proton. more than regular size portion, and there's a little bit later, so you can take it back to the dorm. Don't tell anybody.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look around for people. I'm going to see, is Poe with the rest, or is Poe just...
I'm standing like right there, and I'm like, you know,
There.
the likelihood of you eating those worms as noodles is very high in my mind.
I was
now
gonna.
can't
It
get
wasn't
out
for
of
me.
my
It was
head.
for my owl. My owl was going to. They were going to.
You have an. I'm gonna look at the owl and be like, oh, you do have an owl. I just thought you were
This is
eating
Proton.
worms.
Yep.
Like the,
Nope.
the book that talks about that. I've heard people
Also,
do
they.
that.
I have heard they have quite a bit of good nutrition, but I'm not. I'm gonna go take a seat. If you need, you can come sit with us after you grab your food.
I'm gonna look at your tray and be like, I might be afraid of getting worms on my food.
There's
Even
no
though
worms on
there's
here. No.
nothing there.
There's no worms. It's just meat. Just like,
Alex screaming in the background, we don't have worms anymore. I promise this is a clean establishment. I have worked hard to make sure that you kids are fed properly with no dangers. And just like one single
probably
tear
gonna get
rolling
one of
down.
I'm
Yes.
terribly sorry. Al did not mean to offend you. I was just making fun of this person.
That's fine, bud.
Can I have the chicken tenders and some
you see-
nuggies?
Oh, so you see, like on the menu, it's listed as 3-piece. It's listed as a 3-piece tender. He gives you 5 and a basket of fries, and of course, thank you. Sorry, I'm not like that. It's been a stressful week. All these new students coming in, have to learn all these new faces and names. Gotta make this. What's your name again?
Po Noon.
Po
I'm
Noon.
technically new to the school, but I've been around the area. My godfather's Baron Ingot Melter. He owns the Antiquity Curious blacksmith place down the road.
Bonnie did the face I did when I heard it. I don't understand. I was like,
Get melted.
I just want to let y'all know I'm actually rolling for Al to see if he knows them. With a D6 for brains, exploded twice.
They're buddies.
Baron, yeah. So before I got to open up my restaurant, I actually worked in some of the mines, and I met him a few times doing that. Baron, how's he doing, man?
Still crazy as always.
Of course, yeah. You can never really see what's on his mind. I think he's, had his bell rung just one too many times from working out there.
Yeah, he's a very interesting fellow, and he's teaching me the tools of the trade. And I'm
Are
gonna
you
kind of
be an
scratch my
inventor?
face with my robotic arm, and like,
Did he build that, or is that did you do that?
no, he made it.
You see recognition go across his eyes. I am
And I'm just
so
gonna
sorry.
kind of look down at the ground for a bit. It's fine.
You see him just nod knowingly and puts an extra chicken tender in your basket. It's okay.
Thank you. And I'm gonna just take my tray and I'm gonna look around and be like, "Oh, hey, look, there's the Puma lady," and kind of walk straight to the table.
Where's the Puma lady?
well, and
Fine,
we both sit down, kind of just put my tray down, and I look over at Stella and I go, hello.
Hi.
I didn't see anyone else to sit with, so I just thought I'd come here if you don't mind. If it's too awkward, I can go find someone else. I room with someone from my hole.
No, oh goodness. No, it doesn't bother me. It just as long as you're okay.
I'm fine.
I
I'm fine with
guess.
it.
I really am sorry about Mr. Whiskers trying to eat Proton that last time.
I really don't want to talk about it. I might try to rage out again. I don't want to.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We've talked about this. It's okay. I just want to get past it at this point. If you're fine with it.
Okay. Well, as long as you're okay with it and I'm okay with it, then we don't have to worry.
Good. Then it's done. Cool. Is your friend here?
Leia?
Leia, correct, right?
She's sitting right
And she
there.
literally looked at him.
Oh, hello. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm still remembering names from the roster. Have we met before?
Not formally. You know, I like to stay a little bit further back. We've probably met in passing. You know the one who heckles you all the time? Hi.
Oh, great. There's two of them. Cool. That would be awesome. That'll be great. I love this. This will be
She
wonderful.
literally just sits there and she winks at him. It's like,
Well, no, I wouldn't have. Listen, I wouldn't have heckled you if I knew that was you. I'm really sorry. I didn't. There's a lot of things going on. You know, it's my first time being out with, other people. You know that. You knew that.
Also know the feeling of that.
This is Poe, by the way.
Right. Poe, you have the little
You're gonna see the Rexy is sitting right in the.
Oh, because that was how I communicated Fox. I don't.
Renee, did you have something earlier?
GM, whilst I am sitting in my room, I would like to go through the May I take a look through the literature that we were supposed to read before coming to school?
Absolutely. What information are you looking for?
I guess looking for information about what's new this year in the campus amenities.
Oh,
you're about to be my best friend. That's what's new this year.
I'm trying to give Renee a reason to go to this dining establishment.
Of course.
Edgar being like, "Hey,
It's the blood.
leave your room," or maybe the water bottle full of blood is empty.
Oh yeah, no, I was working on. I was actually gonna forcibly pull you into this group after break.
No, we'll just do whatever you're thinking of.
No, it's actually a perfect moment.
I want to be in a party.
Oh no, trust me, I got you, Renee. I've been watching you this whole time, and I'm gonna say I need you to make a grit roll for me, please.
Oh, grit. What do I got for grit? I have a D12 for grit.
I thought you said a grip roll, and I was like,
A
"What
grip?
are we gripping?"
It's a water bottle. Oops. Oh no, it's spilled.
Oh no!
It's a new role for kids on brooms. We're just gonna make up our own dies. It's a D1.
If you roll a 1, you drop it.
That is for grit. That's a 9.
A 9. Well, it's been a stressful day. You got singled out by the head of the school day 1. You were confronted by your usual bullies. So to help keep those passions down, you finished off your water bottle for sure. You aren't feeling hungry at this moment, but if you don't get any kind of resupply soon, first thing in the morning is going to be rough without your morning cup of Joe, literal Joe. Hi, Joe.
So a fun thing is that currently Renee, having been with the coven of the lady who turned him, his eyes are red. He's a healthy vampire, but when he is at school, he is no human blood.
I will say, if the literature you've been studying, you do know about the expansion of essentially the Capri Sun packs of animal blood.
Are they buying human blood from the local hospitals?
No, this is actual animal blood, primarily pig blood. You know that to taste very salty and fatty, but it's very good in a pinch.
It's not my favorite, but I really don't want to go out during the day. I wish I could do this at night, but Al's seems to be open primarily during the day.
Oh, it's been a long day going through everyone getting their stuff loaded up. I would say you're probably about 6 o'clock in the evening right now.
And this
Sun's
is what,
just starting to set.
So All right. I'm gonna grab a pair of gloves just to make sure my hands are covered. I'm gonna have my hat, have my mask, and I will venture out to the dining hall to stock up on a couple of Capri Suns, maybe fill my water bottle.
Yeah. So I will say, this is all happening simultaneously. Y'all are like, bantering back and forth. Oh, what you got, Poe?
I have a question. What can I roll to put a prank in Logan's pocket?
You can
Like
cast a
him.
spell to do it.
I like him.
So,
I like him.
Because basically, I'm basically saying it's like this little glitter bomb. As soon as he puts it in his pocket, it's gonna explode. Just
How can I
confetti.
help? Can I tell that this is about to happen? Like,
okay,
I need
so
to
I'm gonna.
assist this.
Y'all are pranking each other. I'm sneaking through the shadows.
Okay, so this is actually working. So I'm gonna need a brains roll from Leia and from Logan. Poe, I need you to. Let's see. Are you using magic of any kind on this?
No,
Or
I'm
just
just saying
using,
this is like a little gadget that I have pre-made. So it's like one of those click and kind of pop out glitter and everywhere that sticks to you and doesn't wash off for like a day.
Oh, you know what? I am gonna say this is going to be a. Oh, buddy, this is gonna be a brawn roll since you're trying to move something over to him.
Okay, Braun.
Am I is contested? So what am I rolling?
You're rolling brains. Keep your answer to yourself for the moment. Leia, you're rolling to notice. So I need you to. You can go ahead and tell me what you rolled.
For brains,
It's
Yes,
cocked.
a 5.
5. Okay. What did you get, Poe?
Total of 6.
6. You, Leia, you don't notice it. And Logan, what did you get?
10 on the die for 12.
Oh, you see Poe is slowly moving this object towards you. So since you failed by more than 5, I want.
Do I get an adversary token?
Oh yes, everyone who failed to roll gains an adversity token. I should. So everyone who just failed to roll. I'm sorry, just failed. I'm sorry, Logan. I want you to describe how you notice and stop this prank, and then I want Stella to tell me how it goes completely wrong.
So I kind of look down, and Logan is often picked on. I mean, he is that snooty kid, and so he's kind of used to the people trying to pick on him. And he looks over at Stella and gives one of those kind of nose signals that they have developed, and kind of saying, I'm about to get fucked with again. Because Stella used to protect Logan every once in a while. Mm-hmm. And I'll kind of look over at Poe and notice that it's turned right now facing towards him.
I was going to say it's pointed towards the ground, but it looks like this blue-purple disc.
And
Renee, give me a flight roll real quick.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's why I failed, is because I'm like, Renee's gonna show up.
5.
all right. So,
That's why I'm not paying attention. I'm like,
okay. So, Stella, how does this prank go horribly wrong? It's not like a lethal, but it's going to go wrong for Poe. I want you to describe the scene for me. What goes wrong?
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, this goes wrong in really the only way that it could possibly go wrong. I'm gonna Stella, she leans forward and just covers her eyes because this never works. This doesn't ever work. And Mr. Whiskers is gonna see Poe over here, right? So my puma can see underneath the table and sees Poe getting whatever it is out of his pocket, and it's kind of like in the process of eking it over, and Mr. Whiskers reaches over with one of those murder mittens and smacks it right inside, like right into Poe, causing it to explode. Like he thinks it's a big shiny toy, and instead he just bats it out of Poe's hand and it explodes all over Poe.
As this explosion hits Poe in the face, ironically, not the first time you've had an explosion in your face, so it doesn't really phase you as much.
No, like you just, as soon as it happens, you just see me pick up the chicken tender and just continue to eat as if nothing happened.
As this happens, there's like a jump at the table, everybody getting startled as it explodes, and Leia is standing up in shock. Your Captain Crunch goes flying over and hits Renee. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
I don't have a lot of shirts, y'all.
Don't worry, I probably have one on your side.
I'm great with arts and crafts.
I'm a vampire. I don't get sweaty.
Oh, man. My face hurts from laughing so much. Thank you, guys.
This is wild.
So, we're going to take a 10-minute break, get our chance, get some water, some snackies. So let's say it is 8 o'clock here. So let's come back at, just give us a chance, 11 after the hour.
Alrighty.
That'll work.
All right.
Sounds
chaos over the break.
I broke Heather. It's okay.
Wow.
We were telling college stories.
Oh, man.
Yep.
I got so fast that I went to the starting soon screen and
I saw that. I was like, what?
Wait, are we still on the starting screen?
No.
Nope.
No,
No.
we're back.
It says stream.
Okay.
It went and then it was gone.
I was like, have we just been talking to nobody this entire time?
Probably.
Because that would be me. I would do
Lily
that
Panda,
for
thank
sure.
you for calling us out in chat. We totally, we totally screwed the pooch on that one.
get out of here, man.
Lily, we
Thank you.
appreciate you.
And everything you do,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here and helping us out.
Just
For
doing
putting
the
up with
most.
us.
Lily, I love you
They
so
are
much.
doing the most. I got so many Trello notifications.
Oh my god, my phone is going off of Trello
Yeah, mine is
notifications.
too.
I'm surprised my Trello isn't like pinging on my computer.
Mine is going off. My phone is.
Y'all
Dude,
have
you
trouble.
Between Trello and my mom, I'm getting so many notifications tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, well, we're just having a time here. We have relived trauma on Poe's part. We have Logan, who's normally having pranks played on him just for being his passionate self. And of course, we have our poor little Renee, covered in Captain Crunch, one could argue the greatest of breakfast cereals, but somehow has brought great shame and unwanted attention to our sweet cowboy vampire boy.
Our very shocked Robo vampire.
As like Leia, jumping back into it. Leia jumps back. It sends this thing flying probably over her shoulder. And she hears the clatter of the bowl and she slowly turns around because that wasn't me. She sees the bowl just kind of clanging off to the side of Renee. Renee, crunch berries, slowly falling.
It's like it hit his shoulder, and so it's just all down the side and a little bit on his face, and you can see like it probably splashed against you can see the scar of the vampire bite.
You got
and he's just like, oh no.
we got some stuff on you there.
This was going to be for you, and I'm going to
fine.
put the note on the table that says use this on somebody that picks on you.
I think you should have started with that, to be honest. Poe. I don't think that was
not very good conversationalist, and I'm just gonna continue eating chicken.
You
chicken
guys
nuggets.
do your thing. Leia like goes up and she's like,
it's all right. It happens.
so sorry. Hold on. Stay there. And she runs off to go grab like napkins. Like she is furiously at the little napkin dispenser, just pulling things.
I am
Renee
gonna
is
see them
frozen.
at the napkins. I'm gonna pull out my wand and try to cast to clean it.
The moment
So
you
this is
pull
gonna
out
be
your
a
wand,
very
Renee's
difficult-
eyes
For
just
you?
go wide with fear.
This isn't going to be a very difficult check. However, oh man, what are we gonna have you?
I can take care of it. It's really all right.
As I point my wand, it's fun. I could do it. It's
Oh my God, Logan, put that away. You don't just
What?
put your wand at people.
I'm not
I
gonna
should-
fucking cast it, dead.
Is
But
anyone
I
going to attempt to stop this?
Me.
No,
No.
In the commotion, I'm gonna see if I can kind of clean myself up just by doing this. As my glass eye starts to glow a little bit.
Oh my stars.
So I'm going to say this is going to be some opposed rolls here.
How quick am I about getting in the way?
Well,
wanna
how it's
clean
going to work
myself.
is Logan is attempting to essentially clean up the appearance of Logan. So that's going to be a
Prestidigitation.
charm.
Yeah,
A charm roll.
basically prestidigitation.
You're going to be doing a charm roll on this one,
Okay.
as opposed to Leia's grit.
It's really all right.
Make sure you're
It
rolling.
may
and
just
adding
be
your
better to let
D4s.
them do it. They seem to be fairly aggressive with.
And Poe, go ahead and give me a charm roll for yours.
As I'll say, I'm not using magic. I'm just trying to use like.
Yeah, Poe, yours is just going to be a difficulty check to see if you clean yourself up. This is going to be opposed rolls for these two. All right, Logan, what you get?
Yes, you just exploded.
I got 13.
13.
What's 12 plus 9? No, it's a 22 because there's a +1 to that. So,
Oh wow. So, for this opposed roll, Logan, I want you to describe what you're attempting to do and how you're doing it, and then Leia, I want you to describe how you completely throw it back on him.
I'm just gonna take my wand and just gonna it's a simple cast. It's every first year knows it. It's just simple cleaning. We're just gonna get this cereal and we're just gonna
as you try to do that, you just hear da na na da na na da na 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 na, and Leia goes hey, and it makes Logan go hey, and I'm like,
stars.
what's going on?
Okay.
That's a good song though.
Monster Health. Renee, I am so sorry. Here's a bunch of napkins.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna prestidigitate myself.
All right, I'll go ahead and do a charm roll. Poe, what did you get for yours?
So, I roll a d8 plus the d4, right?
Yes.
I rolled an 8 and a 4.
Did you roll it again?
Roll it. Don't even
I'm
bother.
waiting
You
for
look
it.
immaculate. Like you actually,
Like, it's
it, all
gone.
it all disappears. You actually look like you just showered. Like skin's a little bit like glistening. Like you exfoliated. Like you look great, dude. Like 10 out of 10.
9, and I'm just trying to do the bare minimum of like evaporate the milk and clean up the cereal.
Yeah, it was a difficult
wow.
check. So essentially, it's not very impressive. You're like, you just kind of wave it off. You see the milk pulls out of the fabric and kind of like clumps up into a ball, slightly discolored from the dye that was in your shirt. It goes back into the bowl.
It's pink milk now because it's got
Pink
the
milk?
red dye from his red shirt.
I do like strawberry milk, but that's
Yeah.
not that.
Same.
So the
It's
Captain
very good.
Crunch like slowly picks itself up off of you and off of the floor and goes back into the bowl. Very awkwardly, just lands into it.
Thank you both for trying to help. Good to see you
goodness.
both.
It's nice to see you out.
Sorry, that was my fault. Why that happened.
He was giving me a gift. I didn't realize it.
I kind of caused a jump scare.
Well,
Not
and
my first explosion.
it certainly doesn't help that Mr. Whiskers here is still, well,
He's batting around the tube.
He's
thing.
Yeah, he totally is, and he's still kind of fond of Logan.
Thank you, babe. I'm Stella. Thank you.
Oh, you are the two you new here?
All the hair twirling. I know the hair twirling.
I
I, as the DM, was not aware of this detail.
I've met Logan once or twice in passing, but I've never seen the two of you around.
Me,
I don't see a lot of people around.
New to the school, but not new to the town. My godfather's Baron Ingot Melter, the smithy antiquity curio person down the road.
I don't leave my dorm room much. I try to stick to myself.
Hi, my name's Stella.
Renee, but he does not extend his hand.
Logan, prefect.
That's
Stella,
awkward.
don't worry about it.
We've met.
Right, I know. Yep, sorry, little frazzled.
Stella, don't worry about that. Don't take it personally. I'll tell you why later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not much into touching. Safety hazard.
Well, I mean, I'm used to most people not shaking my hand just on principle.
No.
And like my wings kind of like flare for a minute.
Oh, those are real pretty.
Thanks.
Cornflower?
Yeah, yeah, if you can't, I kind of do the whole fall thing. It's kind of my specialty.
Cool.
Yeah, so, yeah, okay.
Well, good to meet you both. Good to see the two of you again. I'm gonna, I've gotta go.
It's over there. It's
Over there?
So-
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Gonna head off in that direction to go fill my blood bottle.
As you're doing that, Edgar is like kind of where you are terrified. A lot of intention's been put towards you. So you see Edgar is going to like fly in through the window and start like kind of like circling around in the ceiling and like kind of like pecking at light fixtures and like making them swing around, like causing a distraction.
Oh, Edgar.
That's making
Edgar, what are your major
Well, eyes
worries?
are away from you. They are not familiar with Edgar and you being connected because you're to yourself and Edgar's just a little crow that hangs out.
He's a raven, excuse you.
Raven, same thing, nevermore. So you're able
Ravens
to
are bigger
sneak
than
off
crows.
without being seen into this new expansion. As you walk in, you see two other people of a similar fashion to you, not cowboy hat or mask, just we see one wearing
cowboys.
yeah, you see
The shootout in here.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
They're
Pistol
both
don't
staring at
go.
Get ready
You
to
see-
draw.
We're fine. We're professionals here. You see one in a full leather jacket, fingertipless gloves, sitting there kind of propped up with his Capri Sun, just watching it, looking at you, just looks up. Another one deep into a textbook. They are not really paying anyone any mind, just sitting there flipping through, kind of takes a sip out of the little pouch, and then goes back to reading.
I'm gonna, I guess, with my meal card, get a couple of pouches and put them in my bag.
Easy enough. As soon as you slide it, you have, since you haven't used your two previous meals for the day, you have 3 pouches drop out immediately. Each one of these will serve as one meal for you. Just keep it.
Stick those in my.
You can drink them at room temperature. It's just not really going to be as good. You can also like heat them up to bring it up to a
fridge in my dorm room that Lorette got sent over special.
Oh yeah, no, it is straight up. It has little hanging bags for actual IV bags. It has little sections for water bottles that you fill up yourself. Immaculate.
Custom.
Yeah, she's got the old vampire money.
Oh, it has like little like arches along the door that look like old Victorian style.
Yeah,
almost steampunk in a fashion.
Yeah, she's got an aesthetic. I'll kind of like nervously as I'm like putting these in my bag gently as to make sure they don't get like punctured by like a pencil or something. I'll kind of like when I see the one guy wave at me, I'll just kind of awkwardly do a little wave back. Not really sure how, he's a little bit of a loner. He doesn't know how to interact with people so good.
Don't worry, Lorette sent me to keep an eye on you. You're all right. She sends her best.
You know, I saw her 2 days ago when she dropped me off at the airport. I'm sure she does. Obviously, you seem to know who I am. What's your name? May as well be on friendly terms.
Let me pull up the name that I totally have already written. Let me just check my brain.
Yeah, we love that GM brain.
Wow. Google.
Brooke Coyle. Nice to meet you.
Brooke.
Brooke.
Brooke. Good to meet you, Brooke.
Now, if you need anything, no, I was kind of
a student.
I am on the campus. Yes. Saw some of those football players were giving you a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Do they need a transfer?
No, I don't want to cause any. I don't want to cause any trouble. You know, it doesn't bug me anymore. They've been giving me grief for the previous 2 years I was here. I'm not really surprised that they do it again this year. I really don't. I don't want to make any enemies.
They won't know it's you. All they gotta do, they'll wake up in a different state. Potential few markings on their body. You don't have to worry about it very long.
No, it's really okay. I'd really prefer nobody got hurt.
Fair enough. You know, just let me know if you ever change your mind.
Despite what Lorette may have told you, I can handle myself pretty good here.
I believe it. I've heard some stories. You get on now. You make sure you get your fill. Don't want to see what happens when you lose control.
Yep. See you around, Brooke. Oh, and I'm gonna leave quickly. Loretta, I'm thinking to myself as I'm walking away, like, she turned you, you love her. She turned you, you love her. She turned you, you love her. She turned you, you love her.
I was gonna say, Heather, I'm so glad you caught the Lost Boy reference there. I just watched it for the first time the other day.
It's a good movie.
Not wrong.
Okay. All I can think about right now is like the sexy sax man. That whole thing. But also, really, I wouldn't catch it.
Fair enough.
I was waiting for somebody other than me to catch it too.
But yeah, I'm gonna leave that room and probably like, I don't know, I'll probably walk the same exact route to leave as I did to come in. You know, that was despite getting the cereal on me, it's still a relatively safe route to walk past Leia, because at least I know Leia's not going to be mean to me. So walking past Leia's table is always a safe route.
Renee, did you want to sit with us?
We have room.
We do. I can scoot over. I don't take up much
Take
room.
too much room.
No pressure. I know you like to stay in your room.
Edgar flies out the window knowing that the distraction's done.
Sure. I'll sit, and I'll sit at the table, but it's like there's at least one chair in between me and the next person, like still taking a little bit of distance. But
And this time,
sure.
no cereal.
Well, Leia still has cereal left, so that.
Oh yeah, I've got like more bowls. I'm good. I'm solid.
Do you want a fresh bowl of the other one?
Please do not
No.
eat the now red milk cereal.
Okay, Logan.
I understand I might be coming across judgmental. I solemnly swear I don't mean it that way.
I mean, he's not a liar. He's not lying, I promise.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Renee. I am fine. That one can stay here. I have more. Honestly, just relax. Enjoy yourself here. I got you.
Thanks.
Again, sorry for causing you to spill your cereal.
You know what? I wanted to see that happen.
So,
Casualties.
You see the freshman that was throwing firecrackers earlier. It's like, that was awesome!
Like, who knows?
Okay.
what's anyone studying Quantumancy with me this year? Or did I manage to convince any of you?
I thought about taking the 100 class, but it really doesn't line up with what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to kind of get through school, make it to the end.
Maybe I've got a few tech courses. We're gonna see, but by and large, I'm still doing the biology thing.
Oh,
You
are you doing anything with the agricultural stuff?
Oh, not ag, but environmental protection. I'm from a swamp in southern Georgia.
Northern Louisiana.
Do either of you know Professor Frog? The hydrologist person that deals with soil for the greenhouses?
Oh, yeah. I know him.
I hang out with him occasionally on my free time.
Oh.
Are you the little feller I see during gardening club?
Probably. I don't really pay attention other than fixing the soil. Trying to get that right water content mixture. Not too wet, not too dry.
I mean, I do on occasion. I do see the professor in there when I go in and kind of tend to the plants. I guess it's kind of silly. I've been here since the beginning of the summer. But I did see a little fella in there. I'm really sorry about this. I thought that was the professor's kid.
Don't worry about that. I get called a child a lot.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Being on the short end of gnomes, you're mistaken for a toddler a lot. I had a lady the other day pick me up and say who lost their child, and she got mad that I cursed her out.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Baby, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
What was funny is
Take
my
an adversity token just for being the saddest boy.
I understand. I understand that to a lesser extent. I'm gonna look 18 forever and get carded for the end till the end of time.
Okay.
Or until
This isn't all bad. We are like
That's not bad.
what was the worst thing is my godfather was there laughing hysterically, so
Did he say that he's the one who lost a child?
no, he was just laughing hysterically.
Well, he didn't even claim you. What kind of godfather does that?
Mine.
Well, that's mean.
Well,
Um,
talk about things that caught me off guard. That one definitely did. Well, I'm starting my class tomorrow. Are any of you guys in the emoji runes and text enchantment workshop tomorrow?
You know what? That speaks my language.
I'm really excited to get into some emoji sigil work.
I mostly do not classes out in the greenhouses.
I
I will
have
say
heard of that one.
this is actually a primary class for most of you. This is the one shared class you all have. That's the only
Perfect.
railroading I want to do on that front.
All right.
But question: Do you know what it means when they put an eggplant and a peach next to each other?
Yes.
Leia just goes, like, her eyes widen. She goes,
Trust me,
oh,
you don't
my
want to know.
sweet fall child.
That's one of my
Is that another type of summoning ritual?
No.
I
it
think
is
that's
not.
actually a fertility spell, I think.
Logan, I think that's like a late night ritual.
Oh
It's
dear!
my
Is
girlfriend's favorites.
that what that meant? Oh dear!
Yes, it's
oh no!
It's
And
one of
you
the
just
reasons
see
why
Leia bring
we
her
didn't do
hands
that.
up and go. You do the math.
Oh no! That's well. Listen, we don't really do that where I come from. Oh goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got asked. She's gonna pull out her phone.
You said I got ass. I got ass.
I mean,
What has happened to this table?
Who asked that?
Do I speak ass?
that's me. But no. One of the sporty gentlemen. I gave him my phone number as he said we would be in biology together, and then she's gonna turn to Leia and she's gonna and he asked if I was interested, and I don't know what that means.
I will find him later.
Same.
Which
I'll help you.
which
I think it's probably it may be
which one of them football
No.
guys?
you
Was
guys
it-
be a good fit. You don't know.
Was it the real big blonde one?
Yeah, he's not really my type. I kind of like the smart guys, and he didn't seem real smart.
You
I'd
recognize
stay
him
away
as one of
from
the
him.
football bullies.
I'd stay away from him.
I'm
He's
going to blush.
He's a bit of a piece of work.
Goal accomplished.
He's
I don't know if I'm actually blushing or this is just my lighting right now.
I'd stay away from that guy. He's a bit of a piece of work.
Well, he seemed nice enough.
No.
He said that.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He gave me this earlier, and I pull out he was throwing these at me earlier, and I pull out the little handful of paper balls.
Well,
yeah.
that's not real nice of him, is it?
Yeah, he's done worse.
I could use those if you like. Poe and I could probably work together.
Sure. I give him the little crumpled up bits of paper.
When you open them up, they all say the same thing. Welcome back, Deadwood.
I'm going to I want to cast a spell with Poe. I'll be like, okay, so I learned this in Quantumancy, so I know where they are. And since we can technically say that the state of the air above them is the same as the state in the air here, we could teleport them directly on top of them. And we could probably switch the wording a little bit to be like, fuck off. You in?
I was just gonna teleport the old chili on him.
And the paper? I don't...
Nah, just old chili.
Just the chili?
When it
What
comes
if
to
you
the
did
paper, as long as I can't be implicated, they already caused me enough grief.
Reason why, since they threw it at you, and if the paper goes with the chili, it's probably gonna be like, oh, this is from you. But if we teleport just the chili, that's the old stuff that Al has in the back corner that's not any good.
Well,
All right,
we
let's-
could include the paper if you want. I could kind of, and she's gonna kind of reach out. I would like to cast a spell, so to speak, as for a little lightning arc to shoot off of my finger from the nanobots.
Ooh.
Little static electricity in there.
So you're putting static electricity into the paper?
Yes, using my nanobots, I would like to fizz off some of the words, mostly so Renee doesn't get implicated.
Gotcha.
Like
All right.
scorch marks.
Ooh,
So then we
okay.
can still send them back their own notes.
Cool. Make me a charm roll real quick.
Oh, beans.
There's always the old-fashioned way of writing new notes and crumpling them up,
That works too.
just in case. You know, there's nothing wrong with using non-magical means.
Well, there's that, but I don't get to play around often. That's a 6.
Yeah, the paper instantly catches on fire.
Oh dear.
Stella, I
so
told
I'm
you need to be working on these
Did
spells.
you roll your d4?
Did I roll my d4? Why am I rolling a
Because you're
d4?
using magic.
Magic.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, I didn't add a D4 to my prestidigitation.
Oh,
earlier.
so that
Or
was a
did
6
I?
plus 4
I
for a
don't
10.
remember.
A 10. So you attempted. You see, like the paper kind of like starts smoking, but doesn't catch fire. It doesn't completely eradicate the words they had put.
Oh, well, damn.
Let's not put the letters in there. And you're gonna see my glass eye glow again. Al, do you still have the old chili in the back?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to toss that out. It's been out there. It's starting to smell kind of ripe. It's been there like 6 days, I think.
Can we borrow it?
We're not
Like
borrowing
everything?
it. We're taking it. We'll dispose of it for you, Al. We got
You won't
you.
have to worry about it.
You know, I've been trying to get a secondary cook out here to help me out with some of this stuff. You know what? You kids are just a delight. Tell you what, y'all going to get some extra chicken tenders. All right.
You can give
Speaking my
mine
love
to
language. Let's
you,
go.
You can give mine to them. I won't. I don't eat chicken tenders, but thank you.
I'll come up with a veggie based one. I think they have some that's made out of like
Yeah,
faux meat. I don't know what a
need
faux
any-
is, but they make meat out of it that's for vegetarians.
I don't need any kind of tenders or anything, but thank you.
You just don't
No.
like the fried kind.
I don't eat raw meat.
I didn't say you were eating the meat.
You know they drain those.
Yeah, they do.
Renee.
So fuck.
At least I'm not the only one who's brain
There
with.
it is. There it is in clip form. It's coming.
Listen, I was literally thinking about the way the chicken is processed.
My brain was going like, oh, so there's a vampire establishment called Kentucky Drain Chicken.
Yeah, pretty much. It's chicken blood.
It
Leia
exists now.
just kind of slightly facepalm. She's like, before the chickens become the chicken tenders.
Oh yeah.
Secret blend of platelets and plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 11
11.
platelets and plasma.
Yeah. Oh man.
You can
Kentucky
just get
Drain
my-
Chicken and KFC actually work in tandem. They have this really uncomfortable. Colonel Sanders struck a deal with the vampire thousands of years ago.
Colonel Sanders is Strahd.
Colonel Sanders, Mr. Van-
So he died of dysentery.
Write that down. Write that down. Okay. Well, on that note, who's
You
teleporting
can-
the chili?
You can get my chicken tenders to Leia.
Poe and I are teleporting chili. Let's go, Poe.
Oh, right.
Teleporting chili. What a
I'm here for
it.
I mean,
I thought it was completely normal until I heard Heather say it. Then I went, oh yeah, this is totally not fucking normal.
yeah, we're gonna teleport that chili.
I was on board until you said that. Now I feel dumb. But I'm doing it.
Okay, so I'm calculating the difficulty. This is not going to be entirely easy.
Please make it a brains roll.
I was wondering if I could make mine a fight roll
I can see it.
because I'm wanting to fight these people.
You know what? Actually, since are you meaning to cause harm with this chili?
I just want to cover them with it. That's why.
Yeah, I'm teleporting the chili on top of them.
Cold.
We're not.
Like cold. It's not.
It's
We're not
not
trying to
horrible.
drown them.
We're just trying to get them to understand that this isn't okay.
We're just here to ruin their clothes.
So I'm gonna
Maybe
say,
their bed sheets.
since you're working in tandem with your skills you've described, we can make this work. Essentially, with your brains roll, you are essentially changing subatomic particles to relocate this to a different area, while Poe is using this to essentially throw the chili at them. Working in tandem, your magics are going to combine to make this spell possible.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to be an easy difficulty. So first,
That's
I need
fair.
the brains roll to see how well this teleports.
All right.
Do you want to know the difficulty
This is
first?
magic.
Fuck.
And this is magic.
Yes.
So add the D4.
Add the D4.
Remember, you can also spend
It's like an
adversity
anniversary
tokens.
You do have adversity tokens.
Two.
And I know that
use it.
I did the primer, but does that re-roll or does that add one?
The what?
Adversity
adver-
tokens, does that
Add
re-roll or add
add
one?
plus one.
point, depending on how many you have.
So I can tell you
You
the
should at least
difficulty.
have 4, I think, at this point.
Yeah, find out the difficulty, and then I
Okay,
might
so
be able to
roll your
help you.
Before you
D4.
spend your adversity tokens, what was your total roll?
4.
Did you roll the
4.
D4 as well? Because it's magic?
I rolled a
Imagine.
natural 1 on the D20.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Which I think you do need to know because that's like
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So there's not really a critical fail. It's failing by a certain percentage.
Yeah.
correct.
So the difficulty for this teleportation.
Oh, no.
So there's my
is-
teleporting, but how does Poe throw it? Because I can still teleport it shittily if they throw it
Oh
good.
no. We have to do his roll. I'm gonna let you know what. I'm not gonna tell you the difficulty. It was more than 4.
I imagine.
Poe, go ahead and do your fight roll for me. Don't forget
Look
to
out,
add
Renee.
your D4.
Oh no! I'm gonna get covered in chili, aren't I?
So that's. I have a D20 for fight, so that's 18 plus 1 plus the D4 is a 4. And then it explodes.
Explodes. Roll it again.
That's another 4.
Roll it again.
That's a 3.
Yes.
Nice.
For a total.
So 19 plus 8 plus 3.
19 plus 11 is
31.
No, 30.
30.
30.
Roughly 30. So you're gonna just see my glass eye glow purplish as I just heave the bucket to toss the chili out.
But it just goes.
It just all lands on Renee.
Okay, so if this were sent at the bullies, describe to me what it would look like for this giant pot of chili to be thrown at these
So-
bullies.
Do you know the scene in The Mummy where you see the face open up in the sand clouds? That's what this looks like in Chile.
So essentially, you see like chili being thrown out of a pot with its mouth, heading towards someone. Now, for those at home, if you fail by more than 15,
Oh, no, it's going to Logan.
I was
It's
thinking if
going
Logan
on
fell,
Logan.
part of his clothes went with it, like a shirt.
you
No.
The ascot.
it's Reddit matches.
Neck sweater.
everyone roll me
Oh,
a blight
no.
roll.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Including
This
me?
is not my greatest roll.
This is my
Difficulty.
D4.
Difficulty
Explode.
of 15.
Okay.
Because with a 30 on attack,
That's an 8.
Fuck me.
I
That's
can't
a
make
nat
that. I'll fail no
20.
matter what.
So that's a
Yeah,
2.
That's
That's a
nat
one.
20.
I mean, you
Hold
can get it
on.
if it explodes enough times.
know.
But
That's a nat 20.
Okay.
That's 37.
37. You described to me how. Okay, look at everybody else's. Stella, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
5. Poe, what'd you get?
So I have a D4 for flight because tiny little legs.
You're
I
like-
got a 2.
2.
I'm the one
Renee,
throwing
what did you
this.
get?
9, because my D4 exploded.
9. What'd you get, Logan?
1.
1.
What?
So,
Remember what I said? The dice were gonna come back to fuck us. Here we are,
That's what I was
baby.
saying. Part of your
Alright.
clothing goes with the chili just because, like ascot
no.
or
This-
part of your
Adversity
shirt.
token.
Oh man.
this, yeah, everyone who failed, take your adversity tokens. So what happens is you see this face form. You see the pot of chili disappears for a moment and appears above the ceiling, in like right above the ceiling, pointed directly at the fan, with a ferocious, screaming charge at Mach speed. This chili hits the fan and launches all across the dining room. Leia, tell me how you miraculously dodge every single piece of this not burning hot, I would say lukewarm, aggravating, nasty ass chili.
This is disgusting.
So my headcanon is Layla is standing right where the mouth would be in the only clean spot. Just how they're standing.
I'm at the center of the hurricane.
You see like this.
Hurricane.
Quiet.
Here in
Next time you guys go for a
Amity.
job interview, tell them that you play D&D professionally and talk about this moment.
Yes.
The eye of the hurricane, there is quiet.
Oh my god.
There's two
I
kinds of
hate
people.
this.
There's two kinds of people when you hear the word hurricane.
So essentially, every single one of you, aside from Leia, and everyone else in this dining room, including Al, including
Because what did Renee get point wise?
9.
And what was the thing we had to
15.
hit?
15.
We
15.
need 6 adversity tokens.
Yeah, I don't.
Fuck.
I have a question. Can a person use their adversity tokens on somebody else?
Yes.
If you
I have
describe
6
how you're helping.
exactly. So
You don't have to use all your adversity tokens on
I'm
me.
going to. Seeing that this person who I caused a mess on before, I'm basically going to push you out of the way to take the brunt of your mess. And
Probably-
you're going to be standing right
So-
next to.
So what happens is Leia sees this like face thing and she's like, I've seen this before. And she clicks her heels one at a time and wheels pop out of her shoes. She goes, I'm out of here. But as Poe throws Renee out, she's like, well, guess we're going. She grabs Renee and kicks out and speeds out, like essentially kind of grabs him, kind of like on like to her shoulder. She's like, all right, we're out of here. And she speeds off with her Heelys out of there.
So I want to do this in kind of a slow-mo to describe everything as I understand
It's a
it.
cool little.
You see full-on 90s action movie, Poe on his little legs run and get hit directly in the chest by a piece of chili, blocking Renee. Leia,
Big old
clicking
piece
her
of meat.
Achilles, is like zooming across, dodging, just this
Matrix
nasty,
move.
stankin' chili. Picks up Renee, throws him over her shoulder, and is like zooming out the door and through a piece and like jumps over the glass as it's breaking from
cool
high speed chili hitting it,
Kickflip.
Logan
and
smacks in the
zooms
face
out.
with-
You see the chili flying out across a decent portion of outside the diner. It's a mess. Logan, your like jaw drops as this is happening, and it hits you directly in the mouth.
Oh, gross.
So for those that don't know, I have a very interesting thing that an AP point costs 2, so I didn't have to spend all 6 of mine to save Renee. I still have 3 left.
Oh, hey, do you have the easy going skill? Same. See, I can do that if I'm helping someone because I have the loyal. So each AT you spend to help your friends gives them +2 instead of +1.
Stella, you luckily you are Molotov. What did I just read? Oh, it's so chaotic. Stella, luckily none lands in your mouth, but you just have this moment where it like hits you directly in the forehead, starts running down, and you just wipe it across like, all right, this is the closest I have come to eating meat, and I hate it here. Logan, make me a grit check as I roll for a few other situations.
I just imagine that as we make it to the outside, you kind of hear the as she like kind of slides to stop, and she kind of is like, oh shit, you don't like being touched, and she kind of like yeets.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's another fucking one.
This is what you get for trying to be perfect.
You can say this. First of all, you wretch, weak old chili. Logan, you're pretty angry right now.
Oh, I'm pissed.
As you are instantly regretting ever trying to get back at someone for hurting your sweet little vampire boy, you see Matthew McConaughey walking up with a bowl, looking down at it. Y'all, sometimes in life you're the bird, sometimes you're the statue. I'm feeling like stone right now. This ain't all right. All right. All right.
A single tear.
It's the first day. We gonna call this a mulligan. And so I can't fix this. He pulls out a normal cell phone, starts like, dialing up. It's like, hey, yeah, I don't know. This is gonna hurt my roaming charges bad. But can we get somebody out here to fix up the dining hall pals? Yeah. It's 2204. Rancid chili. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you.
Oh no.
Just fucking pulls out his iPhone 14.
iPhone 14 straight up.
Oh no.
He's gonna look at you, Logan. Man, life's a rocky road, and you're hitting all the potholes right now.
It wasn't his fault. It was mine.
I'm gonna offer Logan a handkerchief. I don't know if this will help.
Tell you what, I got some magic that may help you out. And he pulls out a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. You gonna need that?
Thank you, sir. I much appreciate it. I will make sure this is cleaned up right away.
Don't worry, y'all get yourselves cleaned up. Go back to your dorms. Call it night. Y'all have what was that? Emoji rooms tomorrow. Yeah, y'all just. All right, y'all just take care of yourselves. And just keep on keeping on. What's life without a little bit of spoiled chili thrown to a ceiling fan? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I did not mean to throw it that hard, sir.
You know what? You miss every shot you don't take. You took it. Just remember when to throw it.
Those
all right, and walks off.
Look at Logan a little bit more. You're gonna see that parts of him are going kind of in and out of phase.
Is this something that I'm familiar with?
Yes.
Okay. You're doing it again.
I know, I'm trying to calm down.
You all right?
Some things are best left alone. Why don't we get you back to your room?
Puppies, kittens, happy places.
Again, totally sorry.
No, it's my fault. I thought I had that one. I thought it was a right flick. It was a left flick. Very, very different. Critical error on my fault.
I would hug you, but
nope. I'm
Poe, why don't we get back and get cleaned up? Would you mind taking Whiskers with you, and I'll escort Logan to make sure he doesn't.
Whiskers is all about eating some chili right now.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I can just see Whiskers is going.
Oh my God.
I don't want that.
comes up and just licks Logan's face.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to avoid sandpaper tongue on angry Logan.
just for reference, I will be at Marie Carey Hall with Whiskers.
Okay,
I think my room is 213.
Okay, I'll come find you shortly. I just want to make sure he gets back before he gets sick.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of grab my skateboard by the door and be like, "Come on, Mr. Whiskers and Rexy," and then head out.
Come on, buddy.
Outside, as soon as Leia yeets him, Renee is just scrambling away and is just pressing his mask to his face, breathing in the
I'm
garlic.
sorry, but at least you're not covered in chili.
Because he heard her heartbeat. Because he's just pressing the garlic to his face. It's all right. That's not my accent.
Renee, I need you to make a grit roll for me.
It's all right. It's all right. Grit is a D12.
You really want garlic bread now?
Or garlic knots. You hear me come out the door.
My mama used to make some really good garlic bread.
Got an Olive Garden around here?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm talking about garlic. That's why. My fault.
If you nope. Okay, that's a grit. That's a 2.
Oh, buddy, remember all those awesome rolls you had in the beginning of the session? It's now just in one scene.
Am I taking an adversity token?
Oh, you're taking an adversity token. You're also I want you to describe your thoughts as Leia is carrying you. You felt that heartbeat. You feel a primal sense. Describing what you're feeling.
As he is thrown over her shoulder and is then close enough to her neck to hear the pulse of blood. He just is overcome with this primal instinctual desire to just bite. And he is very thankful for his mask, and he is just doing his best to just not give in to that, because you can't give in to that, because this is a person. This is someone who is very nice. It's someone who's real nice to you. You can't. And he's just repeating that over and over and over and over. And you see
people are friends, not food.
As
It
he's
turns into you can.
As he's laid on the ground, pressing the garlic in his mask just into his nose and biting at the base of his palm through the mask as best as he can. It's leather, so it doesn't his teeth don't quite get through because it's good leather. And
as the garlic's sitting in your mouth, you're tasting the ash
Yeah.
So it's helping you calm down. I will say, like, you're slowly recovering and gaining your composure.
His eyes are like wide, and if they could be bloodshot, they would be. As like he just kind of like is like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
You on the ground is not fine. Would I kind of, knowing that Renee is a vampire, would I realize what has happened? I mean, I know that like I was like, oh shit, my brains. That's that one.
His like hat has like come off, and is like lying on the ground next to him, and he's just like,
what do I need to hit?
Doing his best.
So based on what you're trying to figure out, you know, you've been in the magical world for a while, and you also like being all about the sappy romance.
But also pop culture. I consume all the pop culture.
So you can either know something for real or know a pop culture reference. We'll see what you find out.
I just need to know if I got to spend some adversity tokens.
Fair enough. I will say difficulty for knowing facts about vampirism in this world, you'll need to beat a 15.
Do I do something funny or do I need to know?
What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Oh, buddy.
But I have 7 adversity tokens, so I could hit 15.
I would also be willing to, if you didn't want to spend all your adversity tokens.
I can get them back real quick.
Yeah, but I could spend 1 or 2 because if I'm helping you, if I like am explaining something to you, I can add you can add 2 to your roll instead of +1. So like if you want to use like what do you need, 7? So like if I use 2 and you use 3, that'll get you to 7.
Give me 2 and I'll use my 5. I'll use 5 of mine.
Okay, so cool. Then I'll subtract 1 adversity token, and you can take it. You can take that +2.
So Renee, since you're helping, I'll let you describe. I would say, Leia, you have some understanding with this help, and the gaps are being filled in by Renee. Yeah,
so likely, you know, you would, I mean, everybody knows vampires drink blood. A lot of people know that you absolutely know Renee is a vampire and drinks blood. You also know that Renee distances himself from others physically a lot.
Fighting the urge to drink human blood.
Yeah. I think it's fairly easy, especially with like the way that he's like pressing his,
and you're
like,
down on the ground.
Yeah, and is on the ground and his hat's off, and that's weird. And he's like, it's fine. I just need to get to my bag. And get back to my dorm. Thank you for rescuing me from the chili. That was very kind. It is well appreciated. I gotta
do the thing. And Leia turns on to Seapo and she's like, we should go.
Yeah, not my finest moment.
Completely different thing. We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be walking with Mr. Whiskers and Rexy the robotic fox, just slowly dragging my skateboard behind me.
Pose. In what hall?
Marie Carey, room 213.
I started seeing you walking the other way, and I'm like, no, this way. Come on.
For sake of brevity, as everyone's returning to their halls and everything, did anyone... Stella and Logan, did y'all have any scene you want to finish out?
I'm assuming Stella's helping me back to Ring Hall, and I'm just gonna be like, this is awkward. So many levels.
Yeah. Sorry again about the. Well, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I've calmed down enough. I hate when I bug out like that.
I know it's not really your finest moment, but you did better than last time I saw you, so that's good, right?
Mum's gonna be so pissed when they hear about this.
Yeah, probably. Look, if you need anything, I'm over in the Carver dorms. I'm on the first floor because Mr. Whiskers needs a window to get out of relatively easy, and I don't think they want him climbing up the side of the building. But if you need anything, then you just come find me. I don't know your rules here. It is a lot different than.
No, it's I probably won't need anything. It's probably better that way, all things considering between us.
Listen, I don't bite, so, and we're adults. It's okay.
I know. I just told myself I'd never be in that position again, so.
Well, who knows? And she's gonna awkwardly pat you on the shoulder and kind of like flick off more burnt chili, which kind of and she's gonna like pat your shoulder. Keep the rag. Why don't you return it when it doesn't smell like old beans?
Yeah, I will definitely wash it. Probably for the best. Thanks again for this. Was great. Great catching up.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around. And she's gonna turn awkwardly and just like that really awkward walk when you're not trying to walk away quickly, but you do anyway.
You're just gonna hear the squishing of chili from my shoes.
Oh no.
Soggy. It's soggy. You're hearing the squish.
Makes me so sad.
Ooh. And with that, we end our first day at the Magical Institute of Technology. We're going to do a little bit of a time jump here. You're going to go through the school week attending your regular classes. Most of you have emoji rooms together. That's your one shared class that, Renee, I'm assuming that you just had to fill in a gap on getting a certain amount of credits for the year.
Yeah, it's a require. What is it? Required class.
It's a requirement to graduate.
Yeah, it's a
You know what? I'm the
required
DM.
class.
You need emojis and runes to graduate from MIT. That is the team building class for every student. I don't know. I'll come up with a reason later, but I need y'all in a class together.
I hate those classes.
It's a required class, and it was only available during. It's the only class he takes during the day. The rest of his courses are all like agriculture courses at night, which isn't conducive to agriculture, but it's a lot of like classroom stuff. It's not a lot of like being out. There's not really any being out in the fields, which is where he'd prefer to be. If he had it his way, he would be out in the sunshine every day, but alas, he cannot.
Oh yeah, you're the only person in the night agricultural class. But Jean-Luc Laurence, the teacher for magical biology and for magical agriculture, he's really cool about it. He may or may not be toasted by the time his night class starts, but you're still learning, and he has more time to focus on your needs for the classes. He's
a good teacher. I like him. He's probably my favorite. And I do at night is when is also when I go outside and I secretly participate in garden club because I can't do it during the day.
You all find your classes. All of your primary. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. Excuse me. Error 404. Brain not found. So you do all your main classes, the ones for your major. You all have the shared emoji and runes. Now it is now that Friday. First thing in the morning. Everyone, make me a brains roll real quick. You have a paper due for introduction to emojis and runes. Your shared class together.
Oh, damn it.
Ooh, that's a hot
My
3.
Yeah, my first one was cocked, and that's
Same.
a total of 8.
We all fail.
I got a nat 1 and I got a +2.
I
What
rolled
did you get, Poe?
roll a d6.
Same
Four
way with D6 rolled a 2.
brains. The first one was
Brains.
cocked, so I had to roll again. So it's 7 plus 1, so that's 8.
8. All right. What did you get, Logan?
17.
17.
Of course he did.
Of course he does.
So
He
with
writes
your
a
paper
beautiful
due,
paper.
with your paper due Friday by noon, you had yours submitted by 6 o'clock last night.
I work better under pressure anyways. I'm a procrastinator. It's fine.
All right, fine. So everyone, Poe, you were able to finish yours, but you made sure you got a good amount of rest, and you're going to upload it first thing in the morning. And then Leia, Stella, and Renee, y'all. Well, okay,
Listen,
Renee
I'm a
normally
social
stays up
butterfly.
late.
Listen, I'm a social butterfly. I've done nothing but make friends. Leia's my best friend now.
I'm trying to teach you what emojis mean because we're not about to get into another eggplant peach situation again. I'm like,
I'm learning. I'm learning new things, and I'm over here making friends. I'm like that pretty smart kid, but I'm real socially awkward.
So I'm going to say, everyone else, it is 10 a.m. Leia, Stella, and Renee, you just finished this report, and it needs to be submitted to the teacher by noon. I'm sorry, 11:59 a.m.
Of course it does.
is it an online submission?
Is
Is this
it's an
is
online
this a text submission? Do I have to hand it in person?
Do I have a Dropbox? Can I
digital
Dropbox
upload.
this?
Digital
Hell
upload.
yeah.
Oh,
As
yeah.
all of you
as soon as
attempt
it's
to
done,
do so, network connectivity issues.
Oh, listen!
Nah.
To say that I've had this happen is so real and hurts me.
I've had this
I
happen.
know. I was gonna say I've had this happen.
I swing around my backpack, and on it is hanging my Tamagotchi familiar, and I go, all right, I don't normally ask you to do this, but it's crucial. I need you to get into the wireless network and get things back going again, okay? You're getting extra treats.
I my solution to this problem is to print out is to put it on a USB, go to the computer lab, print it out, roll it up like a little scroll, and be like, all right, Edgar, I need you to do this. I know you're not as good at mail as the owls are, but I believe in you, and you're a wonderful little raven, the best little corvid I ever done seen. So you're gonna do that. You're gonna take it to the right teacher. All right.
Can I? Yeah.
I'm gonna tie it to his little leg.
Make me a brains roll for Edgar on this one.
He's a corvid, so that would be like a D12 or a D20.
So I would say use your stat.
Oh, use my. Oh no, this is a dumb raven. This is a D6.
If you explode, you can.
If I explode, I could get it.
Can I use my body as like a hotspot?
No.
Why?
You know what? No, okay, no, I will say that you can certainly try.
I would love to try and use my body as a
create a
hotspot.
Wi-Fi connection through your nanotech to see if it will connect to the server.
Okay.
Question. What is my what is my DC? What am I trying to beat?
Difficulty of 12.
Oh no. Actually, since Edgar is my friend, if I'm helping my friend and I use literally all of my adversity tokens, can I bump that
Yes,
up
you may. Describe how.
to 14?
So I'm trying to do all these in order. So you are motivated. Think about how you're motivating Edgar to do the right thing and actually go deliver this. Leia, make a grit roll for your Tamagotchi who is trying to connect into the Wi-Fi server.
I'm
Please
gonna
know
look.
that I also have my BlackBerry that I'm about to like put them together, like kind of like Digimon-esque shit.
Oh my
you're
god.
digivolving. What is your Tamagotchi's name?
We haven't decided because he's still kind of like in a little like baby. It's in its like baby phase, so it hasn't become like full Tamagotchi like
Okay,
for
fair
me to
enough.
name it yet. We're kind of waiting to
Just
see
feeling it
what
out.
it becomes before kind of naming. So
Yeah, make that grit roll.
I'm gonna-
Stella, I also need you to make a grit roll.
I'm gonna look Edgar in his pretty little face and just hold up a couple of my bolero ties and say, "You get this to the right place." There's shiny little buckles on these and shiny little
Oh, I'm
buttons.
rolling the wrong die.
You see the little clasp? That's pretty, right? Lorette bought these. They're pretty, right?
So start trying to peck at it.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, little buddy. So I also have a thing called Wild Speak. You can communicate with any animal whose species you have knowledge of.
Mhm.
All right, little buddy. Now you're gonna take that to the right teacher. You're gonna take that to You're gonna take that to the right teacher, and I'm gonna give you these shiny click clacks. All right, there.
Shiny.
Yeah. You like shiny things.
Please.
I'll get you a whole bunch of shiny things if you get this to the right place as soon as possible.
No, where's that?
You know
Place
where
with a
it's
peach
at?
and eggplant.
Yep. Actually, no, because then you'll go to Lorette, not the place with the peach and the eggplant.
No.
Oh my gosh.
You're all welcome.
No. The place I go to during the day, not the place with the food, the other place,
Yeah.
the
Where's
classroom
that?
with the
Take it,
teacher
take the
with
shiny.
the. Yeah, and you'll get the shinies if you take it to the right place.
Grabs it with his beak and just fucks off entirely.
Yeah, so
From
that
what you
is
can see is
that's
the
a-
right direction.
So that's the 13.
Okay.
And I have no more adversity tokens.
Leia, what did you get on that grit roll?
12.
12. As soon as you plug in your Tamagotchi, tell him to travel and like try and connect into the Wi-Fi server. You see them like doot 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 disappear from the screen into your laptop and essentially dives into the available signals.
Perfect. Make them connect, bud. Extra treats.
1 minute
Extra
goes by.
playtime.
2 minutes goes by.
Fuck.
3 minutes goes by. What did you get, Stella?
Screenshotting the
26.
fuck out of it.
26.
I exploded quite a bit.
Oh no, you're good. You're gonna get some information
Y'all,
here in a
what?
second. Leah,
It's not
You
my fault that
see-
the dice are supposed to explode.
Leia, you see the pixels come back onto the Tamagotchi. X's over the eyes.
Fuck.
Turns back into an egg.
Of course. It's okay. We'll start back over.
no.
The sweet baby.
We'll start back over. It's
Stella.
okay. This is normal.
Yes.
You are trying, so you're essentially creating this signal to connect to the network to upload your Oh, okay, a connection from you to your laptop to essentially find a way to connect to the server. As you try to break through, numbers 01001, glowing green as if runes, are burning through the Wi-Fi. In the server itself. You see almost Matrix-esque coming off in the server. The brightness burning your eyes. You hear dark, dull chanting. 11011101. You are instantly kicked. You now have migraine.
No,
I
my
don't.
fucking familiar died.
What was the DC on that?
I think it's something else.
So I would love
I
to be
wanna
hanging out
upload my
with
paper.
Poe. And at this point, I'd be like, so Poe, I submitted my paper a little bit earlier because the teacher likes to make the servers go down, and they actually, the last part of class, if you were paying attention, they were talking about if you use the emojis and the runes, you could possibly get through to deliver your paper. So he plays a prank on the students, basically making so that they can't do it, and then expects you to use the class. So you turned your paper in, right?
Yeah.
See, I know we get along.
I'm going to say,
wasn't
Poe, you
technically
actually
there
did
for
not turn yours in.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I turned it
definitely
in.
turned it in.
I will say,
I really have to say my Tamagotchi isn't like emoji.
your Tamagotchi will essentially just respawn with it as long as you feed it and play with, care for the egg virtually.
Care for the egg.
24 hours, it's going to come back.
Perfect.
Okay, I
you
got a
realize it's
migraine,
because the
but
last
did it
time
do
you
anything?
dropped your Tamagotchi, it got reset.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
Are you telling me that I have a migraine and that didn't work?
What
This
I'm
is
saying is
tragic.
you got more information than you were supposed to.
Okay, but did my paper upload?
Yeah, that's what I
Listen, we'll come back to that, but
I took screenshots of network connectivity because I will use that. And if I can't, and the teacher's like, no, I know how to use Photoshop, and I'll make it look like I sent my paper on time.
And there's a teacher who just gets a crow and spits out this piece of paper.
It's a raven.
Raven,
like,
sorry.
listen, we'll circle back to the Matrix.
Okay, I will say
dark chanting,
that
but did my
you
paper
can.
upload?
Okay, in that split second before, after you're seeing this, you can try to upload your paper.
Yes, upload my paper. I will not fail. The last thing that I need to do is look like a loser compared to Logan.
Oh, I think we lost
I think we
Leia.
just lost.
Did we?
No, I see all
No,
you.
everyone needs to
What?
refresh.
Everyone
Oh,
has to
no.
refresh. Okay.
Those who'd lost people. I see everyone.
I see
Okay.
everybody.
Everyone.
Heather's
Yeah, I
back
see everyone.
on my end. You and I lost
Okay.
Heather, but I think that was it.
Okay,
all
cool.
lost each
Well, speaking
other.
of network connectivity issues,
No, the
That
game's
can't
coming to
fucking
get
work.
us.
It's because I'm in the Matrix.
Ah.
Stella, you are fairly certain that you submitted your paper.
I know I got mine.
So
No,
are we-
you couldn't get connected to the internet.
Okay, cool. I got backups. Don't you worry.
I hate questionable. Yeah, then I'm gonna go print it and I'm gonna hike my fucking ass across campus. Put it
I'm
in,
going
like,
to be
a little
talking
folder.
to Logan. Do we see this raven come in to the building that we're standing in front of?
See, at high speed from one window out of the other, just heading. Logan, you see a group of students you recognize as the AV Club panicking and running towards the server room. Where the servers that provide all of the internet access for every single student at MIT, they are running, panicking. It's like, crap, this hasn't happened before. Okay, what's going to happen? Oh, we are so screwed. I got to get my paper submitted and start sprinting.
Do you have internet connectivity, Poe?
Yes.
Look at my smartwatches to see that it's clearly dead and be like,
You can see like the most deadpan, serious face. Yes, I have connection.
Okay.
You do not see a phone at all, but the eye is slightly doing a purple circle in the glass.
It's loading.
It's the loading
I just
screen.
gotta lean in, like,
You're like,
I typically thought the spinning wheel meant it was loading. Does it not?
No, it's
Does it need?
Done.
Do I need to smack it? I don't want to smack you. It's part of you, so it's a little bit gray zone here.
technically I could pull it out, but I don't think you want to see that.
I could
Blow
turn
on
away.
It's not really a turning away thing because it's a glass orb with the wires connecting the backwards to the plate. So
I just aged myself right there with that one. Blow on the cartridge, see if it works.
Yo, I still do that.
So
I need
so
you to
bad
turn me up.
for
My
it.
players are being weird again.
that's how you rust out your cartridge.
But listen, what you do in your time is, cool. I don't know what you call it, but we're streamers.
Proton's gonna appear next to me. I'm gonna go, Proton. Could you find the others? Something's all just going on here. And they're gonna kind of nod, just. Doof.
Speaking of that, I should probably get Rexy to look. Where is Rexy again? Rexy's probably already on the way to the rest of the group by now.
Oh yeah, charges, acknowledges and starts running. Mr. Whiskers is doing his cat thing.
Well, I'm gonna head off towards the group.
Yeah, he's just running around me having a great time. My ass again. I am in the cutest fucking outfit. Let's talk about burgundy sweater, white button down. I'm wearing a little black skirt. I got black Mary Janes on, and I'm stomping angrily. Mostly because my head fucking hurts. And I'm like, with this paper, I have it like in a nice little laminate. What are like the presentation folders? I've got it. It's got a cover page. It's got my name on it. I'm like gripping it, not hard enough to wrinkle it, but as hard as I can. And I'm like angrily stomping.
We're all such fucking millennials. So like, we need the fucking presentation thing. You can't crumple it. You gotta make sure it's not crumpled.
Yeah.
This was my entire
Find
college
the
career right here.
neurodivergence. It's gotta be perfect.
Renee, you get around the same time that Proton shows up, your Raven arrives and kind of like drops the paper down in front of you, like.
Hold on.
Doing the animal state.
Randall's accent is throwing off my accent.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying hard not to slip into it. I keep
slipped into
muting
Randall's
myself.
earlier.
I have a key phrase. I say "spot of tea," and that gets me into it. So I keep muting myself to do it.
Orville Peck, Trickster Hill.
That's what you're going like, Orville Peck?
Edgar's gonna look at you.
Edgar,
And, teacher said no. It had to be digital, but digital broken.
it's to be digital, but digital, what? What do you mean it's to be digital?
They said you should have done it earlier. They can't plug into USB. It's against policy.
I didn't give you a USB. I gave you a piece of paper. I
Oh,
can give you a
can't
USB.
paper.
Fuck you, doofus.
All right. Okay. All right. And is this when the
That's
owl
when
shows
Proton
up?
comes in.
Oh. What was your name? Oh my God. What was your name again? Proton. That's kind of a cool name for an owl.
you can talk to me. Okay, this is odd. Hello, Proton. Yes. Master Logan says everybody needs to meet up. There's something going on with Wi-Fi. I don't know exactly what that is, but what?
The Whippy.
Wi-Fi, yes.
All right. Are they headed towards the classroom? Are they headed towards like the server room? You know, where is everybody meeting up? And also, why am I included in this group?
Just zooms out, comes back. Like, no, you don't know how to communicate with Proton. Comes back. Yeah, server room.
All right. And I finish getting dressed, and I put on my hat, and I put on my mask, and I'm like, Edgar, you're coming with me. And Edgar sits on top of my hat. And I take my printed out paper, and I take my USB, and I grab my laptop, and I put it all in my bag, and with my water bottle full of blood just in case. And
He is literally laying in whatever grassy area outside of where we were trying to like do things. She's on her back with her Tamagotchi, just going, damn it, I have to do this again.
That's
angrily
when
stick into the shadows, walk into the server room.
what is your fox's name again?
Rexy.
Rexy.
So, you're gonna see Rexy come up and kind of paw you, and then a little screen pop up in like a holographic screen that says "Internet down, meet," and then shows the location on like a tiny little map.
And it's all I can see is like there's a dot that's like boop, boop, and I'm like,
that's pretty much it. And then the fox does kind of like moves the paw to and nudges to come with it.
okay. I'll deal with this later. She reclips it back onto her bag. All right, let's go.
Along the way, Renee, Leia, Stella, you all kind of catch up. Stella, you know that something's going on with the server. You saw these glowing runes going off in runic binary. With that role, you recognize it as runic binary. Fairly new idea. You don't know exactly what it is or what it was saying, but heavy stuff. New technology, magic.
Did Logan call you two to the server room as well?
What? No, I have to turn this.
Rexy's here.
Turn the stupid paper in. What?
Oh my god, I think we have bigger issues.
Well, yeah, I mean, the runic binaries in my head right now. That's all I can hear, but that's another issue right now. I have to turn this stupid paper in because it is due, and she's going to look down on her watch. It is due in an hour, and I don't even know if it went through digitally, and I'm freaking out. I cannot
That's
do
when you're
in
that.
an hour. You've
You're gonna
already
see the
missed it.
holographic screen pop up, and it says "Internet servers down," and then it shows the beeping light again.
It tells you how fried my brain is right now.
Wait,
Leia pulls out her Tamagotchi, tried to log in. Now I have an egg again. So something's going on.
According to
Try to
this
log in.
one-
Now I have a migraine.
according to this one, the professor is refusing to accept print copies or USBs.
Oh my god, forget about the papers.
It's not even that big a percentage of our grade.
It's not. We're fine. It's emojis.
Hey guys, what if we
okay?
just drop the
2%
class?
does matter. Every percent matters.
You're not even here. I just hear that in the back of my brain's like,
Yeah, we all do. We all hear that.
ah.
I know. That's
Let's
why
just-
I'm going.
Okay, but let's just meet up with them. Paper, least of our worries.
As you're all
whatever that
meeting
runic
up,
binary thing is.
as you're all catching up, all of you are together right outside of the server room. You see the doors wide open, and you see sparks flying off of the servers. You hear like almost a dull chant, unable to kind of figure out. Essentially, what's being said, it's almost like a dial tone trying to speak. Does anyone know that like the first song ever played on a computer sounds like Daisy? I think the name.
Yeah.
Is, essentially, it's that, but it sounds like it's trying to speak. You see a handful. Logan, Leia, you would recognize some of these folks. You have Garrett Nightingale. These are all standard AV guys, at least the ones still left that haven't graduated yet. Brooke Buckthorn, Zacharias Finnegan, and Phoenix Hawks. They're all frantically pulling out cords.
It's not the same Brooke.
No, different Brooke. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's the same Brooke. Holy crap.
Oh, I know one of these guys.
Yep. So essentially, frantically, okay, I don't know what's happening here. And Zacharias like, yeah, I just came in here to check, and everything's going wonky. I have no idea. All of a sudden, you hear the voices. Okay, let's try reboot the server. Okay, anybody, we need as much help as we can get.
Boys, what can I help out?
Logan can
Some
help.
things infected the server. Oh, God.
Logan can probably help. He's good at that sort of mathy, sciencey stuff.
Oh,
Does this sound familiar to me?
roll a brains roll for me. Leia.
As a
That's
child
exploded.
of the 90s and very style up tones, she's gonna like look down at like her Walkman and kind of go and pull out the plug that like connects to it. She goes, should I listen in?
You could try. I don't.
Could be worth a shot.
Do we have an aux cord on that server?
There always is an aux cord.
Well, you
Poe,
said that
what you
was
got?
very menacing.
What's the difficulty I needed to meet?
So you're going to need a 13.
Oh, good. I hit a 12, so that exploded, and I got an 8, so that's 20.
So you are realizing that you're realizing that something was done to this server. This is not its natural state, obviously. Some kind of enchantment has been put on this server.
Well, I was wondering if it sounded familiar because of...
Oh. I'm going to send you something privately.
I was about to say, that's gotta be something private.
Oh, no.
You know what? I think I can share it here. You've heard a similar tone before.
You are
Right.
all going to see the color in my face just disappear and the light in my eye turn red.
Okay, I didn't realize it was a
And I am
Terminator.
visibly scared.
You alright, Poe?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's you can see he is not here right now.
Leia, as you go to plug in your headphone into the server, a auxiliary port magically appears. Your magic is affecting it.
Yep.
As you plug in, you hear like everything that the AV Club is doing is slowly breaking through. The binary code that was once heard has broken through. However, something is pushing back. You're hearing, why don't you get good, scrub?
That's my catchphrase.
He's like, oh, whatever, such a... You just hear all the worst comments you have ever read on the internet as your headphone port pops out and through it pixels animating into near flesh 3 giant internet trolls. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
I'm sorry. No. What?
Yes.
Literal trolls. Nice.
Literal trolls formed from, I would say, since we're at the end of the session, you know that this is a manifestation of the hatred and vitriol poured into comment sections throughout the internet, both through standard person and through magical social media.
Shut up. That is awesome.
That is so
That's
fucking
I love that.
good.
Funny.
That is sick.
Oh my god.
So I did not have a lot more. Y'all actually, I had a full encounter planned, but we're not going to be able to get through all that in time. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there.
That's a good little cliffhanger. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't
cliffhanger.
like it, do you? Lily, leave me alone.
Don't like it. Listen.
I mean, you're right though. That was good, Doofus. Can everyone in chat just like for a moment claps. I don't know what emotes we have to be for clapping and happiness for Doofus
Hype.
for
Yes.
Can we
doing
get some-
their
can we get some hype in
ever
chat?
Come
first
on, damn this.
streamed game
hype
and fucking
in chat.
nailing it.
Let's
Yeah, let's get some hype in chat for
Absolutely.
Doofus.
Hype,
Can we get some
hype, hype.
Hey, you subscribers, can we get some Adrians in chat?
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently
guys,
myself.
So yeah, I've been a DM for 15 years, which reminds me I need to take my Metamucil and take some ibuprofen.
Stop
But
it.
first time on stream.
How's your back pain?
You know what? Same as my faith in humanity. Gone.
No. How's your back pain after carrying this fantastic story?
Oh god.
Yeah, this
Stop,
was
guys. Stop, guys. Thank you so much for letting me run this. I've been wanting to run this since I first watched Misfits and Magic and learned about Kids on Brooms. And thank you for letting me share my world. Thank you, guys.
I love that. Oh my god.
It's really well done, and
You're doing a great job, and I'm having so
Yes.
much fun. I'm having absolutely so much fun.
The jokes.
One more thank you that we'd like to give is to our patrons, Nalani B, Rebecca M, and Michael M. Thank you so much for being patrons of Magic Academy.
so smooth.
Good because it's up on screen.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even need to read it. I remembered it.
Doofus, do you have anything else before we head out and raid?
No, like I've said most of it already. Thank y'all for letting me run this. Y'all have been amazing. I love being tested, my improv being tested as a DM. Kind of a play on what Magic normally ends with. Just to say, be kind to one another. And one thing I was always raised saying, never miss an opportunity to say I love you.
So stop.
That's nice.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, our feels, okay?
Where are we taking our emotions to?
Yay!
Taking our motions over to Swole Initiative, Jay Foster is launching their session 1 for Call of Cthulhu.
Yes.
So please give them some hype as they celebrate their launching of their own game.
Yes.
So
Jay is a friend of the Academy.
they are
Oh yeah.
an amazing person. So remember to be kind, love one another, and never miss an opportunity to say, I love you.
Bye.
Did it.
Bye.